fix this here now. Should be working.
Now it should be working. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Lovely start on this Saturday afternoon. I was streaming last week in Sligo. Had a small bit of a panic before the deadline this morning. YouTube has a new update on the streaming service. Had to fix everything from setting up in the podcast last week. Forgot to set the audio, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm just going to double check you can hear me on the phone here then as well. Yeah, you can. Perfect. This is the beauty of live streaming. Anyway, hope everybody is keeping well on this Saturday morning, the 13th of December. Do let us know where you're watching from in the world. Get those likes in the stream also for that little hiccup starting off. I do apologise about that. Who have we got in the chat here? We've got Michael, as always. Good to see you, Michael. Dawn and Alex Kelly in the chat then. Hope you are keeping well. Do send in your questions. We're going to keep you entertained for the next 2 hours and 9 minutes. 3 free transfers have been confirmed. Probably going to be 4 free transfers before the deadline. Minta is probably going to leave the team, but we'll see where we end up on that, to be honest with you. I'm either going to keep him or sell him. Very vague, but I'm probably leaning towards selling him at the moment. About 7 million I think to spend on a Minta replacement. So I'll go through a few options on who I'm looking at for him. What are we saying? And down in the chat, what do you think of Enzo to Wilson or Szoboszlai? And if yes, which one out of them two? I was thinking Rice, but then it involves another transfer of Timber right out then. Yeah, the first thing with Timber then as well, he's a big doubt for the weekend's game. He trained during the week, which is a good sign. Would he start the Wolves game? It's very hit and miss whether he will. It's at least it's positive that he has been training. With Arteta, he could easily leave him on the bench for this Wolves game, as it is, as I said, during the week. It is a very winnable fixture, this Wolves game. So let's see where we do end up on that. But I don't think I'm going to get rid of him. There's no point getting rid of him if he doesn't play this week. I've got Mukulele on the bench. Let's have a look at who Mukulele is playing once again. Newcastle, or do I bring Esteve because he's at home? Maybe I'm going to move Mukulele or Esteve to there. There's a chance Guy could start with the lap injured, but I don't think Maresca is too fond of playing Guy at the moment, so we're going to leave it there for now. And yeah, do drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people around the world. And if you are new to the channel, first off, welcome to the channel. But head on down there, click subscribe. We're on the way to 10k subs. We've just got a new member on the Patreon there. Has just came in there. If you are watching, head on down there, click subscribe. If you want to become a member, not a Matreon, if you want to become a member of the Patreon, head on down there as well. We've got a good few this week then, which is great to see. Great to see the support on the page this season. Right, Dawn, back to you. Sorry, what do you think of Enzo to Wilson or Szoboszlai? I'm probably leaning towards Szoboszlai for a Minta replacement. As I said, I'll chat through my decisions on a Minta replacement anyway. But out of those, yeah, probably Szoboszlai. Enzo's going to be playing deep with Caicedo out suspended then as well. There's a chance he could be on penalties, but I do think it's going to be João Pedro on penalties if they do get one. And I wouldn't get rid of Timber if you have to bring in Rice, so no, I'd leave off that. Michael sent the team on Discord. Good man, we'll get to you in a minute. Alex Kelly, thoughts on Mbeumo? Get him out now or wait. If you're going to go on Mbeumo to Bruno Fernandes this week, I'd just go for it. Bruno on penalties. I thought he was going to give it to Cunha on Monday. Thankfully, he didn't. I saw there was a thread on Twitter that he was going to give it to Cunha, and then Cunha didn't want to score against Wolves. I'm not going to read into that too much. I don't think so. But thankfully, he got that 18-pointer because we were in the dumps last week. We were sitting around 50k before that Bruno Fernandes haul. 2 red arrows in a row isn't ideal, but as I said in the video during the week, we're in a great position, ranked at 30k overall. Just need a green hour to get back up the ranks, and I'll just be happy with any sort of green at all. To be honest with you, but Alex, yeah, if thoughts on Mbeumo, get him out now. If you can go Mbeumo to Bruno Fernandes, get that transfer locked in already. Fat Neek, good morning mate as well. Hope you're keeping well. Johnny Baker, best in die replacement, 8 million and under. Declan Rice if you can, if you already have 2 Arsenal players and you want a third. Next up after that, then I'm probably leaning towards Szoboszlai is a nice shout then as well. Don't forget Szoboszlai is on 4 yellow cards. That's why I waited. I was going to do the transfer during the week. Are you all getting these scam calls from the UK? That's another scam call I'm after getting there. Need to turn that on silent anyway. All week I'm getting these scam calls. If you're from Ireland, do let us know because they're crazy. Every day around this time I'm getting calls like that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, with Szoboszlai, he is on 4 yellow cards. There's a chance he could pick up one against. If he does pick up one against Brighton today, at least he's going to miss the Spurs game. I prefer if he if he wouldn't, because I do want it from the Wolves and Leeds fixture then as well. Shout out there to Nair11 569 with a donation there. Really do appreciate that, man. What are you saying here? Start Senesi, Richards, then bench order Mateta, Alderete. If you're benching Mateta, just get rid of him. Time to bring in Alderete, time to bring in Thiago for Mateta there. So let us know the rest of your team there, Nair11. But I wouldn't be benching Mateta. Just get rid of him with these 5 transfers. No point having a striker that value on your bench when you're not playing him. So get rid of him, or if you need money, downgrade him to Guy. If you already have Thiago and Haaland, downgrade Mateta to Guy and upgrade your midfield. Then that's what I'll be saying there. Start Senesi or Richards. Probably both nice chances of some DEFCON from the two of them. Probably would lean towards Senesi anyway. Out of those, more chance of a sneaky attacking return from Senesi compared to Richards, but both are going to concede, so I'd leave off there. Yeah, Michael, what are you saying with the UK and French numbers? But they're probably masked. Yeah, all week, man, I'm getting them. Right, let's get into the Discord here. Help out Michael with his team. What are you saying, Michael? You one free transfer already in die out Dango in. Don't forget Dango's going to AFCON, Michael. He's a good punt this week, but fair enough. You've got 5 free transfers to sort it out. I was looking at Dango this week. If I had 3 or 4 free transfers, I probably would have brought in Dango for that Leeds fixture, but don't forget he is off to AFCON, so you're going to have to get rid of him next week. What are we saying here? The rest of your team: Timber, Anderson, Virgil, Raya. Backline is looking well. Anderson, Dango, Foden, Fernandes, Saka, Thiago, Haaland. You can roll there, Michael. You're good to go. That's why you made the Dango move, because you've got 4 free transfers. All good there. Get yourself locked in there. I'm going Saka captain myself. Someone asking there, triple captain Saka. There's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer Haaland next week. That's literally it. I don't think he was coming for me in the comments last week or during the week on my YouTube video, who's saying I was preaching about not going against Haaland for the rest of the season. That's very true. But when Saka has a fixture against Wolves, a full rest during the week, well, a 20-minute cameo during the week, and then he was saying in the comments, why aren't you triple captain him? So I just think Haaland will score more points than Saka next week. And also at my rank, I need to be careful. I need to kind of protect my rank then as well. Haaland's going to be the highest, or he's definitely going to be triple captain. He could be over 200% effective ownership next week, Haaland. So that's why I'm trying to protect my rank then as well. But I do understand his argument. If I think Saka's going to do better than Haaland this week, why don't I triple captain Saka this week? It's just the fact that I think Haaland is going to outscore Saka for points between this week and next week. So that's why I'm looking towards triple captain on Haaland next week. Nair11, back to you though for that donation, man. Appreciate that. Take out Mateta if you can. Do him to Thiago. If you have Thiago and Haaland, downgrade him to Gui, and then upgrade your midfield. And do let us know if that's all right, man. If you want to send the rest of your team, we'll get back to them too. Really do appreciate that. Good stuff for that donation. Nice one. I am Connor. Sorry, Ireland FPL meetup in the new year. I'll be going to New York at the start of January when there's a break in the Premier League. But yeah, definitely the new year, probably January or February time, we'll be looking towards another Irish FPL meetup. So stay tuned for that. Good man. Thoughts on Hincan Pete? Get him in. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Saliba seems to be out. Gabriel is obviously out. He's probably the safest shout of an Arsenal defender now. So why not just go for him? Yeah. Thoughts on playing Wilson over Guimaraes? Wilson definitely has a fixture. If you can fit in Guimaraes then as well, Fatnik, let us know. Send in the rest of your team there. Surely you might be able to bench one of Anderson. Maybe if you've edited Anderson, you can play Guimaraes over him. Do let us know. Hey, I have 1.9 million in the bank. Raya and Saka only. Defenders are Van Dijk, Anderson and Thiago. Just before you start on the midfield, sounds like Thiago is going to be dropped. One of the Newcastle reporters thinks he's going to be dropped, which is weird after getting 2 goals in his first game or something like that, wasn't it? I have 4 free transfers. I want to know if I should upgrade defence or bump up Enzo of the same midfield beside Minta. Probably go for Rice. So if you don't have a third Arsenal defender, or yeah, if you don't have a third Arsenal player or defender, but yeah, Rice is a good shout this week. Thiago could be dropped, so just keep a close eye on that. Make sure you have cover on your bench then as well. As I said, that's not confirmed, but it sounds like this Newcastle lad was fairly reliable. Josh Hickey, Dono Saka, so I'm thinking about going Hincampy wide as a 1 week punt to go triple Arsenal defence. Nothing wrong with that. Slobosly in for Minta and Haaland or Bruno captain. Probably go Haaland over Bruno, to be honest with you. It's just Saka that is the outlier then. Do you know what? Let's get a captaincy poll going. While I'm doing this, while I'm setting up this poll, if you are watching and you haven't clicked like, head on down there please. Get this stream going out to a few more people around the world. We have about 40 people watching us at the moment, which is great to see on this Saturday morning. Game week 16 captaincy poll. Let's go Haaland. Thiago's a nice shout then as well. Haaland, Saka, Bruno, and Thiago. Let's see what the people in the FPL world are saying on the captaincy pick. It's going to be close enough between Haaland and Saka. I think it's not even a risk going with Saka. I think if Saka has the fixture, that's why I'm going for him then as well. Jack Mulroy in the chat, man. Good to see you, Jack. What are we saying? Right, 14 likes, which is great to see. Let's try and get to 20 if we can at all. Why everyone's so adamant on getting rid of Mateta Leeds next week? He's just getting subbed off too early, Jack. He's not worth that money, especially when you can downgrade him into Thiago. Thiago has the fixtures over the next couple of weeks, and then you can upgrade your midfielder. A lot of people don't have Foden, so that's why they're using that money then to get the Foden, and that's exactly what I did. I prefer Foden and Thiago to Ndai and Mateta. Two no-brainer. Two transfers there that are an absolute no-brainer, Jack. But as you said, he's got Leeds next week, but Thiago has the fixtures. He's a man in form. Triple captain Saka. Nothing wrong with it if you want. As I said, I think Haaland scores more next week is all. Ndai replacement. Hello from Australia. Tom Liu, great to see you, man. Hope everyone is well over in Australia. What are we saying for an Ndai replacement? Go with Foden if you can. If not, Szoboszlai's our next man then as well. Who sent us a thing there? Seba1668 said, really do appreciate that, man. £4.99. That is class. In a draft, drop Mateta for Raul, drop Minta for Shade, any really underrated assets over the best week for you. Shade is obviously suspended this week, don't forget, but he's got good fixtures hereafter. So maybe if you think you can get Shade next week, keep Minta for this week. Drop Mateta for Raul. Next 3 weeks, Raul is probably going to outscore Mateta over the season. Probably not. Would you keep Mateta on that basis as a season keeper? Probably with the draft mode, but Minta's Shade, nothing wrong with that, but just keep in mind that Shade is suspended for this week, so if you can probably keep Minta and then get Shade in next week, or if you think one of the fellas in your or ladies in your draft is going to take him, maybe get rid of Minta this week and get Shade in for that nice run of fixtures for Brentford. But don't forget, he's suspended this week. Seba, let me know if that's alright. Just Raul is a good shout for the next 3 weeks. If you think nobody's going to pick up Mateta, but then as Jack said there, he's got a nice fixture next week, maybe they will. I prefer Mateta over Raul for the season. Short term, Raul is better. Do them into Shade this week if you can have people, or if you have players in your team that can cover him, and then he'll be back in your team next week for the good fixtures for Brentford. Do let us know if that's okay. Really do appreciate the donation, man. Nice one for that. Chance of Rice and Timber starting. I'm fairly confident of the two of them starting. Rice more so. Timber, at least he trained during the week then as well before the Champions League game, so I'm quietly confident on Timber starting. Rice has a bigger chance of Timber starting, so that's what I'd say for that. But I've Timber in my team. I'm going to leave him there. There's no point getting rid of him. Shout out Seba for that, man. Thank you for that, man. Let us know if that's all good for you, man. Good stuff on that. Right, let's get back up to the chat here then as well. No word of a lie, about 80 messages to go through here on my Patreon then as well, but we'll get through that then too. Hike 79700. Start 3, bench 3. Gahey, Van Heck, Stash, Minta, Welbeck, Saliba. Saliba isn't going to play, so you're going to have to bench him. Would you bring in an Arsenal defender for him? Probably not if he's going to be back for next week. Gahey, Van Heck, not ideal, is he? You have 3 Brighton lads against Liverpool. I'd probably move on Minta with your couple of transfers, maybe even Welbeck to Thiago if you can't already, or downgrade downgrade Welbeck to Guy, and then upgrade your midfield then as well. But out of those, Gahey, he's alright for DEFCON. City are obviously going to score. Triple Brighton, I know Liverpool are in that form at the moment, but Liverpool at home, I think there's going to be a couple of goals to Liverpool in that game, and that's why I'm eyeing up a Szoboszlai move in then as well. User transfers there, Hike, to be honest with you. Van Heck, Minta, Welbeck probably have to go. I know Van Heck has been good too over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully you had him for the 2 goals against Aston Villa. But if you haven't, I think it's probably time to move on anyhow. But Saliba, you can probably just bench him. He'll be back next week, but it's annoying having Saliba on the bench with that Wolves fixture. Minta to Szoboszlai, Welbeck to Guy if you already have Thiago and Haaland, and then you can upgrade Van Heck to the likes of it on O'Reilly. Let us know if that's alright, man, but you should be good to go there. Who to start this week, Minta or Senesi? Isaac, probably Minta. Move him on if you can though as well. I'm probably looking towards moving him on. Let's show you my team here then as well, and we'll get back into the chat then in a second. So I have 3 free transfers used, 0.9 million in the bank. I have enough for Declan Rice. Obviously, you have 3 Arsenal players, so I can't get him anyway. He'd be my player I would have got if I didn't have Timber. 7.1 for a midfielder. Probably should have done it during the week. I just wanted to sleep on it. Can't get Semenyo. Don't want Bruno Guimaraes, to be honest with you. Dewsbury Hall could be an okay shout. Where even is he there? Dango is a nice 1 week punt. Wilson then as well. Short term he's good. 8-10. Wow. Burnley, Nottingham Forest, West Ham. Interesting. Okay, he could be a shout. What is he? 5% owned, 6%. Okay. Where is Szoboszlai? Here he is. There, 6.7. Only thing about Szoboszlai is he doesn't really go on streaks. He's just getting awkward runs of returns. What is it? 2 goals and 1 assist. It's not ideal. Salah is off to AFCON then as well. Is he going to play more advanced? Probably will. Will he today? Probably not. That's the thing then. Do I go Wilson for the couple of weeks and then move to Szoboszlai? Maybe. That could be another shout. Wilson has been a bit of consistent anyway, with the returns for Fulham. 8, 10, even 8 against City is some going. A goal, two assists against City. Wow, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I was kind of fixated on Szoboszlai, but do they play today? Fulham. They do at 5:30. Maybe I'll have someone in that game for 5:30. Let's see. We've an hour and 54 minutes to decide anyway. But I think Minta is probably going to leave the team, to be honest with you. And we'll see where we end up before the deadline. Anderson to Eze, if you've got the funds, why not? You kind of want Elliot Anderson for the next while. If you can go from an Ndai to Eze, I'd probably go for that, or a Minta to Eze, I'd go for that too. But nothing wrong with it. Sure, look, if you've nothing else wrong with your team, just go with that. Michael, is my bench okay? Let's get your bench up here then and see how you're going. Right then, 2 seconds. 56 watching, which is great to see. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider heading on down there, click and subscribe on the channel. You don't actually realise how much this helps. Just click and subscribe. The amount of work that's going into this channel, it's great to see the channel growing massively this season, so I honestly do appreciate the support for that. But if you are watching for the first time, head on down there, click subscribe on the channel and help us. We're on the road to 10k subs. We'll be great to hit this season. Michael, right, so you're going Esteve, Keane and Guy on the bench, I'm assuming. Send in the picture anyway. Yeah, the bench is fine then. Jason, I got Kelleher in goal. Should I sell him for Raya or should I just keep him for now? Keep him for now. Brentford's fixtures are pretty decent, to be fair. Josh Hickey in the top 20k at the moment. Don't have Saka, so want to have ways to differentiate the protect rank. Thinking of triple arse in the fence. Nothing wrong for that. Szoboszlai in for Minta, Bruno or Haaland captain. At the moment, I've been on Bruno. Hopefully you captain Bruno last week. If you're looking to protect your rank without Saka, I'd probably captain Haaland. Haaland is the next shout then as well. 67% of the vote on Saka captain at the moment. Interesting to see. Haaland is maybe we're wrong to be going against Haaland again. Alex Staton, thoughts on the 11. Donnarumma, Timber, White, Gahey, Saka, Dewsbury Hall, Foden, Wilson, Ekatika, Haaland, Thiago. Strong team there. Richards, Minta and Goodmanson. Used 4 transfers so far. I love the stream. Alex, love that. Appreciate that, man. Nearly said love you. Good man. That's a strong team. Good stuff. All good there. Do you think Sells will start? He has a suspected injury. If you have Sells, I'd move him on for the likes of Araya, to be honest with you. Get him out. Nottingham Forest aren't all that, to be honest with you. Get him out. Cherky being overlooked, he definitely is, and Liverpool defence should come good over Christmas, do you think? With their fixtures, yeah. Let's see how they're going against Brighton today. I think with the fixtures for Liverpool, Leeds and Wolves after the Spurs game. Even the Spurs game, I'll be quietly confident of something for Liverpool in that game. So yeah, nothing wrong with keeping Van Dijk. Don't get rid of him. I know he's getting DEFCON at that price. It's not ideal that he's only getting up DEFCON. The worst thing about live FPL then as well is looking at the live rank after 60 minutes. Van Dijk was on for a 9-pointer last week, and I was up around 15 to 20k with that 9-pointer, and then he obviously didn't get it. So it's a great website, but it can be an awful curse at sometimes then as well. Cherky is definitely being overlooked, but Foden, Haaland and O'Reilly are the top 3 City picks, and they're the template picks anyhow. O'Reilly, I'd probably prefer O'Reilly over Cherky, to be honest with you. He's very attacking. He got his goal during the week. 8 Nori off the AFCON. Yeah, he's going to be set and forget over the Christmas. Just be warned of Pep Roulette then as well. I have a big dilemma. Should I sell Thiaw, Nyani and Munoz for Anderson, Wilson and O'Reilly, or sell Welbeck to Raul, Munoz to White and Thiaw to Anderson? I like the first one. Plan to bench boost game week 17. Anderson, Wilson and O'Reilly for those 3. I'd go with that, yeah. Mate, is Thiago a bad captain, or should I go from nothing wrong with Thiago captain if you want to take a bit of a punt? Leeds at home. I think there'll be goals in that game then as well, similar to the Liverpool game, similar to the last couple of games for Leeds then as well. There's goals going in both sides, so I'd nothing wrong with going Thiago captain at all if you want to do that. Right, these are flying in then as well. Keep the questions coming if you wouldn't mind. Sorry. Bench 1, Virgil, O'Reilly, Anderson. Probably the Fulham Anderson is who I'll be benching there. Play Elliot Anderson. You have enough then. I'd go with that. Rodon, Senesi or Richards, which should start? Thank you. All will concede. Better chance of Senesi getting an attack in return. Well, no, Rodon has been going well. I think Senesi for the DEFCON. He's a DEFCON magnet, so probably just go for him. Saka triple captain. I'm on Haaland next week. Odanga or Minta, or who would you suggest that price range? Dango for this week, but then you'll have to get rid of him next week. Don't forget that then as well. Any good goalkeeper options for 5.4 million? Off the top of my head, Kelleher, but not fully gone on the Brentford defence. What about the price changes this week? Wow, Jesus Christ, was it 13 rows last night or something like that? Some going. Right, 5.4 million. Let's see who you can afford. Pickford, you're missing out on. Sanchez isn't a bad shout. You know what? Go Sanchez. They've got decent fixtures coming up. Well, no, they don't actually. Why was people bringing in Chalobah? So, Leno maybe for the next 3, but I wouldn't be that fully confident of some clean sheets over those games. Maybe 1 over the next 3, to be honest with you, just considering their defence. Kelleher maybe for the next 3. Well, next 2, Leeds and Wolves. Much of a muchness, really. If you have to burn a transfer, maybe go with my Irish counterpart Kelleher, and I hope he might get a few save points over the weeks, which he will do anyway. But it's not ideal, that kind of price range. You're missing out on Everton defence, you're missing out on Arsenal defence obviously then too, so leave it off. Right, let me know if that's alright, Joel, but probably Kelleher, and you can save yourself a bit of money there then as well. Is my bench okay? Yeah, Michael, all good there. Hello everyone, how are you, Niall? I'm not too bad, QMVQ, hope you're keeping well, man. I'm in 35k right now. Good stuff, you're flying. I want to send a question, but I believe I should send a picture of my squad to you on Instagram. Type in the comments if you don't mind, man. Just my Instagram DMs are crazy, and I can't get through them. But send it in, write it in here, and I will get back to you, man. My question is about a -4. Just type in it if you can. Apologies, I know it's a bit awkward, but I will get back to you if you do it in here. Will Virgil that good? Actually, he was on for a 9-pointer last week. I'm happy enough to keep him in the team then as well. He's crying out for an attack in return. Maybe today is the day he gets it, or that Spurs game next week. He should be getting some attack in return soon. I think Szoboszlai's a great value pick if he actually is on penalties. That's the thing. Isak wasn't on the pitch when he took that penalty, and I do suspect Isak will take them if he is on the pitch. He's greedy. He wants his goals from Liverpool. I think he's only got 1 in the cup. He hasn't. He's got 1 against West Ham, didn't he? So he's got 2. Only 1 in the Premier League, if I'm right in saying that. Am I wrong? Let's double check quickly. But I do think he's only got 1 in the league. If I'm wrong, I'll say fair enough. But is it only 1? Yeah, one in that West Ham game. Fair enough. Yeah, and 1 in the cup. So I do think Isak is going to want to take the penalties if he is on the pitch. It's going to be between him and Szoboszlai. Let's see who actually does take them. I don't have money to buy Saka as I got the rest of the team, but missing Saka as I got Rice. Is that okay? Saka is a must. Saka is a must for this week anyway. I would say that, but surely you might get away with him if you got Rice, or if you got double Arsenal defence then as well. You might get away with it. And if you need a good captaincy pick outside of Saka, it's probably going to be Haaland. Start Tarkowski or Van Heck. Tarkowski for DEFCON at least. Both are going to concede. Chelsea, more chances of Tarkowski getting some DEFCON, to be honest with you. He might come away with I wouldn't say a clean sheet. More chance of DEFCON, really, yeah. Come on, QMVQ, just see you sent it in here. Henderson, Byrne, White, Anderson, Van Heck, Munoz, Rice, Trossard, Bruno, Foden, Bruno Guimaraes, Mateta, Thiago. Captain, Haaland captain. So is it worth to make a -4 to ensure having players playing? Byrne, White, Anderson is fine. Van Heck, Munoz, surely you can get away without taking a -4. It's only Munoz you need to get rid of. Maybe Trossard. Rice is fine. Mateta probably has to go. I downgrade Mateta to Guy. Switch to 3-5-2. Thiago and Haaland up front. Rice, Trossard. You could nearly do Trossard to Saka. Munoz to O'Reilly. You're good to go then, and then give the captaincy to Saka. Is what I'd be saying there. Adam in the chat. Hello Adam, how are you? Want the transfer in Szoboszlai? Should I take out Kudus or Semenyo? Probably Kudus. Semenyo's a 90-minute man. Well, no, sorry, not a 90-minute man. He's a consistent starter. That's what you want over the Christmas period. That's probably I'd go with Semenyo, keep him in the team there. 3 will start: Raul, Enzo, Wilson, Dewsbury Hall. Raul, Enzo, Wilson, Enzo just about taking out Dewsbury Hall there. Raul and Wilson definitely have to play with those fixtures. I'm leaning maybe it's between Wilson and Szoboszlai for me now. I was all thinking about Szoboszlai all week, but looking at those returns for Szoboszlai, they're not ideal. There's every chance he could pick up a yellow card today then as well, and if he does, I'll probably be going for that Wilson transfer anyway. Or let's see anyway where I end up before the deadline. Decision to be made anyway. I have 3. If you're just joining, 3 free transfers have been locked in. Could be using 4 yet as well. Let me just move down here. That's annoying me a small bit. Not that I've OCD or anything. Just so you can see that clearly. Then all good. Right. Planning specifically on bringing in Evan Nielsen in for Mateta. I wouldn't do that, to be honest with you. QMVQ wouldn't go for Evan Nielsen, no. Downgrade to Guy and upgrade your midfield then to Saka. That's what I'll be saying there. Adam, who to change? 5 free transfers: Raya, Virgil, Byrne, Tarkowski, Foden, Enzo, Bruno Fernandes, Reinders. Reinders is going to have to go. Gyökeres probably has to go then too. There's a chance he mightn't start. Gyökeres to Thiago, and surely you can afford Reinders to Saka. Maybe you can't. Let us know if you can. Let us know what you have in the bank, Adam, if you do Gyökeres to Thiago and Reinders to Saka, or what you need, how much money you need to get then. Do let us know. Planning specifically on bringing, wouldn't go with Evan Nielsen. Whom do you suggest? I've been tweaked between Byrne and Minta. Always start the attacker, but if you want to go Minta to a Szoboszlai or Wilson, I probably would go for it. Leo, how we going, man? Hope we're keeping well. Looking for a Gakpo replacement, leaning towards Cunha as a differential. Rice is a close second. Depends what rank you're at. If you want to try and get up the ranks, maybe go for Cunha. Sesko is returning soon as well, so Cunha might get the game up front on Monday. He might be pushed back into that Mbeumo role when Mbeumo is gone. Rice is probably a more insurance one. I probably would say Rice, even as a United fan. One United player is enough. Bruno Fernandes is enough. Yes, what order should I put Keane, Guy and Esteve in? Esteve, Keane, Guy is what I'll be saying there. Hey mate, looking to move on and Ndai or Semenyo. Who's better to keep? Keep Semenyo, and Ndai's off the AFCON, so Ndai is going to be the first one you're going to have to get rid of. Right, where are we gone? We're after losing all this. Love it, lad. Alex Stanton. I can't remember what I said. Probably the love you, was it? Well, man, what do you think about a direct swap from Semenyo to Foden, or is it worth giving Semenyo another week with Foden playing Palace? I just get I get Foden in there at that price area. What is he? 8.7 million now. You have to get him into the team. So do that move ASAP, Rocky. Get him into the team. If Foden does well this week, you're on for a red arrow. Yeah, so it's not ideal. Right then, this is absolutely flying. We're 56 in the chat, which is great to see. 29 likes. If we can get to 30 or 35, that'll be very much appreciated. Just a little reminder, go down there, give the stream a like if you haven't done so already. Looking at my Patreon group here, 27, 40, a lot of messages to get through here. Right, if we have time anyway, it's all good. Will Saka start? I'm not convinced, Joe. He got his rest during the week. He surely has to start. Madueke did very well during the week. His first goal was an absolute banger, but it's Saka's spot. Surely you can't bench Saka. Krinsa, well, man, what do you think about the direct swap from? Get Foden in. Go with that. Boss, Saka is a must to get him, or should I do my last 2 transfers? If you can get the Saka in 1 or 2 moves, go for it. Yeah, I'll be getting Saka in this week. I'm going out on a hill with him, and he's going to do well this week in the captaincy. And funny enough, then if you follow me on Instagram, I was out in the beer tent last night, put my hand into my pocket, had a Saka match attacks card for when I was over at the North London Derby, and that's a sign to Captain Saka. So I'm going to bring that in my pocket tonight then as well. We've got the 12 pubs at work today, starting around 5 o'clock in Galway. So if you do see us out, I could be in a bad state, but come over and say hello to me if you do see me out. But I'm going to bring that Saka card out with me, and hopefully it might give us a bit of luck on the capsy then at 8 o'clock tonight. I've Senesi. Should I get him out for Virgil? Yeah, probably. Maybe Riley over Virgil first. Get Virgil out of the way with those 2 fixtures. You definitely want Virgil for Leeds and Wolves. Get O'Reilly in for now. He's a lot more attacking than Van Dijk. But with Van Dijk, he's definitely guaranteed more defcons over O'Reilly. But O'Reilly this week, over the next couple of weeks, you definitely want it for that West Ham game, and then think about getting Virgil in for the Leeds and Wolves game. Is what I'll be saying for. And die out for Rice or Szoboszlai or any other ideas, and die out for Rice. Yeah, if you don't triple Arsenal, you need triple Arsenal for that Wolves game. If you don't have triple Arsenal, you're probably looking at a red arrow already with that Wolves game if you don't have triple. You need at least triple Arsenal, so that's a must. Whether that's double defense and an attacker, or triple defense and no attackers, or three attackers, get 3 Arsenal players in for this game. What to do with just off that, watching that United game Monday night, United should have been up 3 or 4 goals at half time. Arsenal are a lot better at finishing than United lads are. I can say that as a United fan as well. So I think it's going to be a rout for Arsenal tonight. Sally and Alice, what to do with Saliba? I have Timber to Van Heck. I have Timber to Van Heck on bench, Richards and Mukiele. I was thinking that Saliba O'Reilly, I'd go for that. Yes, Saliba to O'Reilly. And bring Raya for Allison, who's no... If you don't have Raya, get Raya in then. Use those transfers, yeah, why not? Abdullah in the chat, hey Era, hope you're well, bro. Abdullah, hey, hope you're keeping well, man, as well. Send in any questions if you need any help, man. Good to see you in the chat. I've made 3 transfers for Mbuemo, Munoz, Mateta, Saka, Vandenberg, Thiago. Nothing wrong with those. Should I do Senesi to Riley? Probably would do that. You won't want Senesi anyway for the next couple of weeks. Fair enough, maybe. No, you won't. With the Defcon, I was going to say over Riley. You definitely want O'Reilly for the next week, game week 17 against West Ham. So just do that move now. And yeah, you'll be good to go then. Right then, is Bruno or Saka captain? Saka captain this week. Danga or Szoboszlai? Dango this week, but long term Szoboszlai is a better pick. Well, unless Szoboszlai gets a yellow card today. Without the yellow card suspension, Szoboszlai is a better pick long term, obviously, because Dango is going to AFCON. Don't forget about that. He is going to AFCON. Minted to Wilson to save some money. Why not? I'm neither looking at Wilson or Szoboszlai. I'm going to have to make a call on that myself in an hour or so. O'Reilly or Hincampie, keeping in mind I've no Arsenal defenders. Hincampie, if no Arsenal defenders, get one in. Foden, a good differential caption option. Nothing wrong with it. Saka's the man though. With that fixture, Crystal Palace away, I know considering all their injuries, it's still going to be a tough enough fixture for City. Saka at home to Wolves. Wolves are championship level at this stage. I think even a couple of teams at the championship could beat Wolves the way they're going at the moment. Saka or Bruno, as I'm taking a -4 hit. Wow, you're taking a -4 with 5 free transfers. It's crazy. Saka over Bruno this week. Sold Tarkowski, kind of my trust issue. So yeah, with his funds, I got Saka and replaced with O'Reilly. Good to go, man. Should I buy Dubravka at -4? No, don't do that. What to do with Waltermade? Waltermade to Thiago, easy switch. If not, if you need the money, Waltermade to Gui. You have the transfers. Upgrade your midfield then. Ted Green, thoughts on the team? Raya, Juve, O'Reilly, Van de Berg, Minta, Semenyo, Saka captain, Foden, Cunha, Thiago, Haaland. Benches Road on Lacroix and Gui. So Raya, Juve needs to go. O'Reilly, Van den Berg is fine. Minta, Juve have to go. Let us know, Ted Green, how much you have in the bank then. Juve and Minta to probably Szoboszlai, and then if you can do Juve to probably need another Arsenal defender if you can get the old Hincampie there. That's what I'll be going for. As a 1 week punt, Ben White or Hincampie. Ben White, maybe you need to hope Timber plays centre back, which he should do if he plays anyhow. Unless Nordegaard plays centre back again, which is crazy during the week. Hello mate, would you rather keep Thiago and Guimaraes or Wilson and Anderson, Joachim Anderson, for upcoming weeks? Thiago, as I said, looks like he's going to be dropped. Not confirmed, but there's a Newcastle reporter that was reporting Thiago is set to be dropped. So don't read into that too much. If you have him in the team, keep him. If you don't have him, don't buy him. Just play him. But on that basis, I go Wilson and Anderson. Dango or Rice, long term Rice. Yeah, Rice. Even with this week's fixture. Morning lad. Richards to O'Reilly this week. Yes, go with that. Semenyo to Eze or Rice. Eze this week is a good shout. He got his rest. Rice is a better long term pick. If you've a couple of transfers, if you've 3 or 4 left after bringing in Eze, if you want to fix it next week, then going back to Rice, why not just go with that? He's a good punt this week. Richards O'Reilly for this game week. Nerve, go for it, yeah. Niall Hopper, Niall Kelleher, Timber, Van de Ven, Chalobah, Van de Ven probably has to go. Foden, Bruno, Cunha, Marino, Wilson, Haaland, Thiago, benches, Van Dijk. Wow, Virgil van Dijk. I'd play Van Dijk over Van de Ven, to be honest with you. Senesi, Pedro, Dubravka. Bring in Van Dijk over Van de Ven. Timber, Chalobah is fine. Foden, Bruno, Cunha, Marino. I hope Marino does start for you. That's a nice little punt. Or a nice little differential if Marino does start. Nothing wrong with that. Just start Van Dijk. If you're not starting Van Dijk at home, just get rid of him. There's no point having that much in a defender on your bench. What is he, 5'9" now, or did he drop again? Right, William, let's get you up here. I don't know if you're in the chat yet, but I just see you've messaged the Patreon there then as well. While I'm checking the Discord, while I'm checking this, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. Only takes a second to do, and you are actually really, really supporting the channel if you do so. And if you do, guaranteed a green hour this week, so go down there, click subscribe. William, right, 5 free transfers. Who's messaging me there now? I have 3 phones here, it's going crazy. Raya, Munoz, Virgil, O'Reilly, Saka, Ndai, Bruno Fernandes. Who is it that's messaging me? Fair enough. Munoz, Virgil, O'Reilly, Saka, Ndai, Bruno, Foden, Minta, Haaland and Thiago. William, you're flying this season then as well, so we're kind of in and around the same with the team. Munoz to Hincampy, maybe if you don't have Timber already, William, I'd probably go with that. Minta to, I'm still haven't decided either, it's going to be Szoboszlai or Wilson. Ndai, so you have a lot of money then left. Ndai to Elliot Anderson I probably wouldn't do, because Ndai has a chance of an attack and return. Munoz and Minta out. Minta to, still deciding on Szoboszlai or Wilson, so I can't give an answer on that, William, but Munoz to Hincampy, and you're good to go then. Just wait till I decide on who I'm bringing in for Minta. I was, before I started this stream, I was probably looking towards not using my 4th free transfer, and it would have been nice to then have 3 transfers next week. Probably just gonna use the 4th, and then I'll have 2 free transfers next week then as well, which is ideal. But these 5 free transfers couldn't have came at a better time, which is a bit of luck the way this season is going. Just all things considering, it was good to get a few or get rid of a few dead weight of players. Munoz obviously injured. We couldn't predict that, but Mateta, good to get rid of him. Niall Hopper, Timber, Kelleher, Timber. Yeah, sorry, I was saying that. Play Virgil over Van de Ven. Sean Ostrich, 5 free transfers made. I brought in, where are we gone there? Sorry, Sean. I'm after going down to the bottom of the chat here. Sean Ostrich, sorry. 5 for transfers made. I brought in Szoboszlai, Foden, O'Reilly, Thiago, and Gehi. I'm keeping Gehi on my bench for the better fixtures, as I have Tarkowski and Senesi. Any news on Senesi? None, but it sounds like he's okay. I think he has been on training anyhow, so I think he should be fine. Hussein, boss, Saka's a must, and finish my 5 free transfers. I'll get Saka in if you can. Hussein, send in your team there. Let's try and help you if you want to send it in. I'll get back to you. Morning, mate. Cooper in the chat. Best Moon is replaced, and my other defenders are Timber, Anderson, Thiago, Rodon, Sanchez, and goals. O'Reilly for you. 80-40, talking of starters, I brought in Isidore for the Christmas period, starting him today against Newcastle United. I have 2 free left. Dubravka for Raya. If you don't have a couple Arsenal defenders already, get him in there. Fenerbahce in the chat, man. Great to see you, Fenerbahce. How's all? It's going well, man. Hope you're keeping well. Should I do the free hit this week with bench boosts? Should do free hit this week with bench boosts. You can't do the two chips in one, Abdullah. Don't forget that. Ons bro, how are you keeping, man? Sorry, Niall. Over to Old Trafford on Monday. I might be captain in Gyökeres this week, trying to catch up and never had the need to get rid of him. Wow. Is he going to start though, Ons? I don't know. Should do. Did he start during the week? I think. Is it a risk starting? I think he did start during the week, didn't he? I don't know if I'd captain him. If you have Saka, surely you have to captain Saka over Gyökeres. I understand it's a game where Gyökeres could start and do well in, but then is he going to drop Marino, or is he going to put him into the midfield? Let's have a look at Gyökeres. How many minutes did he play last Wednesday or last Tuesday? When was the game? He had a 5.9 against Bruges, 5.9 performance. Played how many minutes? 62 minutes. Maybe the early substitution suggests he's going to start, but it sounds like or it looks like from SofaScore he's an absolute stinker. I don't know if I'd captain him on, bro. Let me know if you can captain anyone else. Saka or Haaland over Gyökeres. That's an easy decision. Raya, Lacroix, Byrne, Chalobah, Minta, Semenyo, Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Foden, Haaland, Thiago. Munoz on the bench. 4 transfers left. Munoz to O'Reilly. Start him over Lacroix. Minta to one of Szoboszlai or Wilson. I'm still deciding on that, so I can't give you a definite answer just yet. At the time of this, when I'm saying it now, I'd probably go Szoboszlai. I might go Wilson yet though. Eze captain, nothing wrong with going Eze. If you want to go Eze captain, just captain an Arsenal player this week. Would you do Minta to Rice? Only have Timber and Raya. Go for a chat. Should I do Kanate to Timber then for triple Arsenal, or just roll Sakib? Timber isn't guaranteed to start. If you have Timber, don't get rid of him. If you don't have him, don't buy him. That's the thing with Timber. Maybe go for a Hincampy. and go with that then. Right, 12 o'clock, an hour and a half to go until the deadline. What are we now? We're 36 likes. If we can get up to 40, and while you're down there, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, head on down there, click subscribe. We are on the road to 10k subs. It would be great to get there sooner rather than later, so I really do appreciate all your support. Go down there, just give us a click, if you wouldn't mind. Sakib, maybe a Hincamp, maybe just go with that. Samuel, I'm on free hit. Should I take Sanchez or David Raya? David Raya. And remember, Chelsea have very good fixtures against Everton. They never concede, and also thinking about having White for this fixture. Ryan and White, nothing wrong with those. I wouldn't shy away from Everton scoring, to be honest with you. Now, scrappy goal from Barry or some of the likes of that, but no, I wouldn't go Sanchez over Raya. Definitely Raya. Gahey or Tarkowski, or start both and bench Anderson and Tarkowski. Go with that. Fenerbahce, 76 points last game, some going with Bruno Guimaraes captain. Wow. Only 10 players played, as 3 of them missed out, including Salah and Munoz. Didn't have Bruno Fernandes on the last day though. Some going though, 76 points. Lovely captaincy haul scored from a corner. Some going. Jake Fleet, I need Ndiaye out. Rice, Szoboszlai, who's the better option, or someone other suggestions? Rice, go with that if you don't have triple Arsenal. 2 free transfers left. I think I'll keep. Go for it. So minute for now. Juve, maybe the Hincamp. Yeah, get an Arsenal defender in, Ted Green for that. William, let us know if that's alright with your moves. I'm just still deciding on a Minter replacement. Sticking with Dan Burn this week, hopefully a clean sheet in the derby. It's going to be a scrappy game anyhow, so let's see how that goes. 3 free transfers left. Mateta to Ekatike, Senesi to Tete, Vicario to Kelleher. Not sure on those. Anike. No, I don't know if I'll go with that. Start KDH versus KDH. Sorry, where's that gone? Start KDH versus Chelsea or Anderson versus Spurs. More chance of an attacking return from Dewsbury Hall, so maybe him, yeah. I use all 5 free transfers this week to get rid of Salah and spread the funds around the team, and mainly to upgrade the forwards. Nothing wrong with that. Bench boost. Sorry, no, we got a donation there. Who's that from at the bottom there? Ishan Reddy, I really do appreciate that, man. Help needed. 5 free transfers. Donations are flying in today. Thanks to everyone who's sending in these donations. It's absolutely class. 5 free transfers. Sanchez, Dubravka, Anderson, Chalobah, Virgil, Keane, Van de Ven and Ndiaye and Mbeumo are probably going to... Gakpo's going to have to go. Enzo, Eze, Waltermid, Thiago, Haaland. You're probably looking at using your 5 free transfers here, Ishan Reddy. So let me know how much you have in the bank, but surely you can do Waltermid to Guy, Gakpo, Mbeumo, Gakpo to Foden, Mbeumo to Bruno Fernandes, Ndiaye to... Will you have enough for Szoboszlai? If not, a Wilson, and then a Van de Ven to O'Reilly. So Van de Ven to O'Reilly, Mbeumo to Bruno, Gakpo to Foden, Waltermid to Guy, and that's the 5, isn't it? Sorry. So Van de Ven to O'Reilly, Ndiaye to Wilson, probably Szoboszlai, but if you can't afford Szoboszlai, Wilson, Mbeumo to Bruno, Gakpo to Foden, Waltermid to Guy. 5 free transfers, you should be set to go then. Let us know if that's alright, Ishan Reddy. You should be able to afford that. Let us know on if you can't. We can swap a few things around. If you can't afford Szoboszlai, go Wilson. You should be able to afford that then, dropping Waltermid to Guy. Let us know. All good there, man. Appreciate that donation. Fair play to you. William, all good, man. Appreciate that. Good stuff. I use all free transfers. Fair enough. Yeah. Bench boost: Vicario, Dubravka, Timber, Tete, Gahey, Goodmunson, O'Reilly, Saka, Bruno, Foden, Anderson, Wilson, Haaland, Thiago, Ekatike. Nothing wrong with the bench boost, to be fair. Why not go for it? Yeah, go for it. Henderson, Gahey, Van de Ven, Timber, Senesi, Rodon. What to do? Who to start? Henderson, Gahey, Van Dijk. Sorry, not Van de Ven. Timber. Right. So Henderson obviously is going to start. Van Dijk, Timber, and probably Senesi for some DEFCON. Why not? What is your best free hit team for the week? Right. Let's have a look at fixtures. I'll be targeting on a free hit. Obviously triple Arsenal, so Saka and double defence, whoever double defence you want to go for. Raya definitely. And then what do you want to go for? A Hincamp or a White? Why not? So that's triple Arsenal. That's 3 players in there already. Haaland obviously goes in there. O'Reilly, Foden, going to be triple City. That's 6 players. Thiago definitely in there for that Leeds game. Bruno Fernandes has to be there. That's 8 players then. Maybe a Wilson against Fulham is 9. Short term pick on Wilson. You need another defender. Are you going to go Van Dijk? Probably not. But too many shouts of a clean sheet there. Aston Villa maybe against West Ham, but West Ham aren't the worst at home. Chelsea and Everton I'm not too fussed on, or wouldn't be looking at clean sheet potential in those games. So you're on 9 players there. You could probably go Joachim Andersen for another defender against Burnley. That's 10. And then you probably need another midfielder. What do we say? You already have Wilson. Elliot Anderson's probably a boring one. Going through the midfield there, maybe Morgan Rogers as a cheeky punt on the free hit. That's your 11 players there. Triple Arsenal, triple City, Bruno Fernandes, Thiago, double Fulham, Wilson and Anderson, and then a cheeky punt on Morgan Rogers. That's a free hit team I'd be looking at there this week. 3-5-2 again. Let us know if that's alright, man. And best of luck with your free hit. So late getting rid of Salah. He definitely was there. Yeah, I wouldn't have kept him that long. Timber captain. Let's go, Ryan. Wow. Don't know if I go that. Is that right, Amara? Did I get back to you on Snapchat, Ryan? Jesus Christ, I don't think I did. Let's see how we're looking. Right, 12:05, an hour and 25 minutes to go until the deadline. We might get some Liverpool team news before the deadline too. It'd be interesting to see if Salah is going to start. Ryan, what are we saying? Just brought in Timber for Virgil. Wow, would have kept Virgil. Right then, let's keep this going. Cheers for tuning in, Ryan, as well. Hope the birthday is all going well in Sligo. Good man. Tell Ellen I say hello if she's beside you there. Good stuff. Tariq from the Patreon, man. We need to get over the Patreon though. Apologies. Hey mate, got Petrovic, Dubravka, Van Dijk, Timber, Anderson, Van Heck, Rodon, Saka, Bruno, Reinders, Minta. Reinders and Minta have to go. Haaland, Thiago, Marshall. Reinders and Minta have to go. 2 million in the bank. You've Foden already fair. You have Bruno, you have Saka, grand. You're not in too bad a shape, right? Minta and Reinders have to go. Probably to a Soboslai and Wilson. You're good to go then. Haaland and Thiago up front. Good to go. Ekatike or Raul Jimenez. Ekatike probably. But he got 2 jammy goals last week, is anything with Ekatike. Keep Reece James. Yeah, there's a few going with him last week. I would have said Reece James, I don't know. At that price, he's not guaranteed to start every game then as well, which isn't ideal then too. So if you have him, keep him. If you don't have him, don't buy him. So you're saying do you keep James? The fact that you have him, you're as well just keep him. Why not? Right then, let's keep this going. Right, a few new subs there. Really do appreciate that. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. Your support is very much appreciated. Thoughts on Villa defence? Sean Ostrich. I've Consa, but I might swap him out for Senesi. Don't make a transfer on Senesi. If you're going from Consa to someone, Consa to O'Reilly, so I'd be going there. Rice was Ilya, confident he will start. He'll be fine. He should be fine. He should be fine, Johnny. Yeah. Hincampie or O'Reilly. I've only 2 Arsenal currently. I use my final free transfer doing Minta for another Arsenal midfielder. If you can do Minta to Declan Rice, there you go. Help needed. Yeah, we got back to you. Ish and ready. Let me know if that's all good for you there. Rob, what are we saying, Rob? Fair play with the channel. Appreciate that. Any thoughts on Bruno Guimaraes for this week and the next few weeks? Declan Rice in and around that price point, I'd be wanting Declan Rice, to be honest with you, over that. Any risk without going with Saka? There definitely is. If you can get to Saka instead, maybe. But you're going to captain Haaland out of those. You already have Eze. Maybe you can start Eze. What were we saying? Yeah, so it was Van de Ven, Ndai, and Mbeumo, Gakpo, Walter made out. If you can get to Saka instead of Bruno, let me know how much you have in the bank. But if not, just leave it at that because you already have Eze. But I'd try and have a couple of more Arsenal lads. Let us know on that. Ishan ready if you can. But for now, what I said is probably the best way with Eze in the team there already. Captain Thiago for this game week. Nothing wrong with it if you want to go to how's this poll going. 61% on Saka, 146 votes. Is good going. Surprised now Haaland isn't that close to him, which is interesting. Fenerbahce looks like a lot are selling Semenyo while I bought him and he's fallen in price, but generally think he's scoring this game. He did a triple move of Salah, Krupi and Obi to Semenyo, Ekatike, Haaland. Wow, I wouldn't have brought in Semenyo, but fair enough. I was going to say I hope he goes well for you, but I'm a United fan, so I hope he blanks this week. Free hit Sean, Kelleher, O'Reilly, Cash, Timber, Saka, Captain, Bruno, Eze, Foden, Rogers, Ekatike, Thiago, Watkins on bench. Nothing wrong with that. Kelleher, O'Reilly, Cash, Timber. Do you know what? Actually, no. Take out Timber and go either Ben White or Hincampie just for a cert of a start. We're still not sure if Timber's going to start. That's the only thing which isn't ideal there too. Right. Let's keep this going. 1 to bench among Thiago, Enzo and Chalaba. 1 Thiago. Free hit team: Raya, White, Anderson, Tiao. Where is that gone? Sorry. Free hit team: Raya, White, Anderson, Tiao, Foden, Wilson, Saka, Thiago, Haaland, Raul. Missing out any good option. Raya to Sanchez, Tiao to Hincapie. No. No, I'd probably have Ryan anyway. Thiago wouldn't go for on free hit. Sunderland could easily score in that derby. It's going to be a scrappy game. Bruno, Wilson, Saka, Thiago, Haaland, Raul. Nothing wrong with the attack anyway. What are you, 3-4-3, is it? Yeah. Foden, Bruno, Wilson, Saka. Even what? Do you know what? Go with that, yeah. Thiago to Hincapie and then just have Sanchez and goals. Keep Emi Martinez, yeah. Wouldn't bother wasting a goalkeeper transfer unless you can get to Raya, or unless you don't have double arse in the fence. That's what I'd be saying there. Just do that. Right then, keep the questions coming if you don't mind at all. We've a lot to get through ahead of the deadline. Mateta to Thiago and someone to O'Reilly. Mateta to Thiago, yes. Mateta to Thiago and someone to O'Reilly. Richards for that. Scott here. What's your thoughts on this? 3 transfers used. Minta to Foden and Dye to Bruno G. Mateta to Thiago. I think I still Guehi. His Palace look weak now. Haven't got a City defender. Can you get to O'Reilly? Right, a lot of messages to get back here, Grant. That's all good. Shane McKevitt tried the membership button, was gone, Grace, so can't get it sorted. Right, we'll have to get them back to him there earlier then. Mo Villa. Thanks, bro. Spend 4 transfers to get Bruno. And to get Bruno, I need to downgrade either Senesi, Van de Ven, or Minta. Who should I sacrifice? To get Bruno, I need to downgrade Senesi, Minta. Minta needs to go. Minta out. Thiago in. Leave me one transfer. Not sure whether to use it or not. Minta to Sob, maybe. To Sob. Grand. Who do you reckon for Ndai? I need to get rid of Ndai. Can you get to Sob? Multitasking like mad here. Right, let's get back to the YouTube chat here then as well. Mo, I literally just replied to there, sorry. Hey bro, just made before moves. You think I should do the 5th one, taking out Van Dijk to Hincapie? No, don't do that. Or Minta the Wilson. If you can't get the Szoboszlai, I'd probably go Minta the Wilson there. Mo, I didn't even see your message there, sorry, but I was getting back to you on the Patreon. Did Rice was on stream with you. Cheers, pal. John, good stuff. Nice one. Right, John is all sorted. He was on the stream earlier. Good stuff. No way home. Hope we're all good, mate. Just wondering, is it worth going easy on free hit, or should I just go double arse on the fence like Lewis Skelly and Hincapie? Is it worth going easy? It is worth going easy on free hit. Definitely is. He'd a bit of a rest during the week, so why not go from him? That could be another haul potential like he had in the North London Derby. Really want the triple captain Timber. Wow. Not sure if he'll even start. I hope he does. Drink must be strong. Right, Findan, if you're watching, I hope if you are thinking about triple captain Timber, he does do well, but I just don't think there's too much uncertainty whether he's going to start or not. So I wouldn't triple captain Timber. Wouldn't even captain Timber, to be honest with you. So just be careful about that if you're considering that. Right then, let's keep this going. Lovely stuff. Smash but goal. I just followed you. That's cool. Did it send us a message? I must send that to the missus now. That's funny. Right then, back to the chat. Haaland or Thiago captain? Haaland. If you're not captain in Saka, Haaland is the next one then. But Thiago could do well. But I go with that. Right, Tarek, thanks mate. If I go with Ryan, there's a Minta to Szoboszlai, Milson, no moves in my defence. To remind you, Van Dijk, Timber, Anderson, you're all good in the defence. Yeah, Van Dijk, Timber, Anderson, good to go. And you can start those 3 this week. At least you have Van Heck on the bench. If Timber doesn't play, I think he should be okay. The Patreon is crazy, not sure you keep up. Yeah, I have about 60 messages to get back to now. No joke. Should I get Eze or Rice this week? Rice is better long term. Eze is a good punt this week. If you've 3-4 transfers, why not go with Eze, and you can go to Rice long term then. Michael here in the Patreon, I'm still on the fence with him, but is Mateta a more important sell first? He is. Yes, I could do with a new defender as well. Any suggestions? Only 5 in the bank. Mateta to how can he fit in there then as well? The same midfield, only no Saka, Minta, Foden, or Elliot Anderson. Fair enough. He needs a defender, 5 in the bank. Thiaw, can you afford Thiaw to O'Reilly? Right, I like your smile, Harry Duggan. Thanks, Harry. Appreciate that, man. I'm planning on selling Caicedo. Would you replace him with Anderson Wilson? I'm still laughing at that, sorry. Would you replace him with Anderson Wilson or Dewsbury Hall or somebody else? I'm planning on selling Caicedo. Who would you replace him with? Anderson Wilson. Probably more chance of an attacking return for Wilson over the next 3 game weeks at least. So maybe go with that. Jay, thoughts on starting 11 and captain, please, mate. Raya, Esteve, Virgil, Mukalele, Gordon, Sabasai, Foden, Rice, Eze captain. Wow. No Saka. So Eze captain. Next shout. All good there. Grand. Harry Wilson of Fulham it is, yeah. Is Palmer on a free hit a bad idea, Liam? Yeah, I wouldn't go for Palmer just this week. Maybe next week they're on, but definitely not this week. Still uncertainty whether you'll start that game or not, especially if you're spending that much on Palmer. Yeah, I wouldn't go that route. No, definitely not. What else are we saying there? Ayub, Munoz replacement, Anderson, Hinkamby, Vandenberg, have Ryan O'Reilly, Hinkamby is our next best shout, so go with him. We're nearly on 50 likes in the chat, which is great to see then as well. If we can get there in the next couple of minutes, go down there, click like on the stream and click subscribe if you haven't done so already. We've a few new subs since the start of the stream, which is great to see. We're edging ever so close. We have to hit 9k first, and then we'll be on the route to 10k subs. But I really do appreciate the support. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. And yeah, why not? It's Christmas. And as I said, if you do it, you're guaranteed a green arrow. T&Cs apply. Right, should I get Eze or Rice? Eze, good short-term pick. Rice, long-term pick. James Furry, I'm planning on... Yeah, sorry, I said go with Wilson there. Fenerbahce, I'm benching decisions were much easier with 2 dead forward spots and Haaland as a sole striker playing either 5-4-1 or 4-5-1. Currently on a 6-week green hour streak using 5 back defence structure. Wow. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Good stuff. Good to hear that, man. Good stuff. Right, Jean-Michel Pichet. Looking at the team there, watches his desk. Already brought in Foden, Thiago, also the best bench position. Small. It's a risk with Timber. It's a risk with Timber. Would play him. Bench position. Esteve, Marquis, Mukulele. Team looks good. I might get rid of Minta yet. Right, McAfee looking to upgrade my security. Apologies, we don't want that. Hey, all thinking of Enzo to Wilson or Soboslai. Maybe Soboslai out of those. How, mate, would you start Anderson or O'Reilly? Surely you can start the two of them cold. If not, O'Reilly. Surely you can start the two though. Surely. What else have we here then as well? Grand. Hey, Era. I don't know Saka. Should I captain Haaland, Bruno or Eze? Look, it depends what rank you are. If you want a bit of a punt, why not captain Eze against Wolves? If you want to protect your rank, Haaland is the next best shout after Saka. What else have we then? Holden die this week or ship out for Wilson? Holden die this week or ship him out for Wilson. I'd probably move him on. Yeah, get rid of him there. Henderson, Gahey, Van Dijk, Timber, Senesi, Rodon. Would you use any transfers? Who to start? Gahey, Van Dijk, Timber. All good there. Then you'll get some defcon from Gahey at least. Holden die or ship him out for Wilson. I'd probably move him on. Or if you can afford Soboslai, go with that. Who is a striker on my bench? It is Mark Guy of Chelsea. Just want to save some money. Swap to 3-5-2. There's no value in the forwards. Only outside of Thiago and Haaland, there's no value up front, so I'm happy enough to just play with 3-5-2. Holland Ndiaye, Chelsea defence, not it, fair enough. Ndiaye is fairly good though. Had to get rid of him for Foden, so I'm happy enough with that. Foden is a better pick than Ndiaye. Dubravka, Erver, Bruggen this week. Probably Dubravka, the fact they're playing at home. You never know with Burnley at home. Maybe they could get a sneaky clean sheet against Fulham. More chance of a clean sheet for Burnley than there is for Brighton with Liverpool on Anfield anyway. Play Petrovic or Dubravka instead of Petrovic. United are going to get a couple on Monday night. Also have Xhaka on my team, but I'm considering swapping him out for Guehi on my bench. Guehi has a better chance at DEFCON. True, Xhaka could get some nice DEFCON in that. He'll either get DEFCON or a red card in that derby. I probably would still start Xhaka over Guehi. Should I sell Haaland and bring in Saka and Bruno? Why would you sell Haaland? No, do not do that. Joker's in the name. Joker's by nature. Do not get rid of. Haaland. Definitely not. David McCarthy here. Did Bruno to Mbeumo looking to move Mateta? Maybe Jimenez. Then Dewsbury Hall fixtures become nice and Richards to Virgil or invest. Using all 5 here. Dubravka, Minta, Mateta and Richards all out. I think it sets me up for a few weeks, barring a few injuries. Kelleher, Hinkamp. Right, so you're going Kelleher. You've probably sent me the team again before these moves. You've a strong front 8 then, and you'll just have every week. Right, someone in my Patreon here looking to bring in 8 strong players up front in the attack. Don't do that because then you've got a bench and headache every week. Abdullah, what do we recommend? Raya, Anderson, Canada, Mbeumo, Minta, Foden, Enzo, Haaland, Welbeck, Thiago. Munoz to O'Reilly, Mbeumo to Bruno, Minta to Sob. How much left? Right, let's keep this going. Tim Cahill, striker, bring him back is right. Leo Cannon in the chat. I like your smile too, Leo. Good man. What's the story with Saka? Hasn't been hitting big numbers this season. It's just Wolves at home. As I said, that United game on Monday when I was watching it, United could have been up 3 or 4 goals at half time. I'm expecting Arsenal to run riot tonight now as well. Saka only played 20 minutes during the week. A good rest from then as well. All points to him towards the armband. That's why it's on him then as well. Hands off. What's going on in the chat today? Wow. O'Reilly for Timber. No, don't get rid of Timber, Kevin. Where are you going, Kevin? Oh no. Did we lose the stream? Is the stream gone? Oh, we're back, are we? Right, the laptop nearly crashed. Leo and Harry breaking me laptop with everything going on there. I think we are back, Harry. Let me just see. Did we lose it or are we back? We seem to be back anyhow. Apologies about that. The laptop crashed for a second. Maybe my smile broke the stream. Jesus Christ. Kevin, what were you saying? O'Reilly for Timber. I've Virgil, Guehi, Esteve, and Ukulele. Can't afford to have O'Reilly because you want to put Foden for Ndai. No, don't get rid of Timber. Just forget about O'Reilly. So don't get rid of Timber. I already broke the structure of a bit though. 3 forwards play every game now, but didn't like many defenders going forward for the next few. Already like more rotation for the 5 defenders. Nothing wrong with that. So Fenerbahce are going well by the sounds of it. Free hit 16. The bad thing about free hit 16, LCH Ivers, is the fact you're going to miss out on all these price rises. So you could be put into a corner now after this free hit, which, to be honest with you, I was looking towards the free hit last week. Free hit 16 is going to kill you, but with the price changes. Sanchez, Chalobah, Eze, Raya, Anderson, Cunha, Sanchez. What? Oh, sorry, right. So for first, which trio? Sanchez, Chalobah, Eze, Raya, Anderson, Cunha, Sanchez, Lewis Kelly, and Mbeumo. Sanchez, Lewis Kelly, Ekatike, and Mbeumo, AFCON risk. But you're on a yeah. Sanchez, Chalobah. I don't know if I'd want double Chelsea defence. Raya, Anderson, no. Sanchez, Lewis Kelly, and Mbeumo. Not mad on any of them really. LC Ivers. Raya, O'Reilly, or no, I'm assuming you have O'Reilly in there. Raya, Lewis Skelly, and Cunha. If you want to, I'm not mad on the double Everton defence or double Chelsea defence. What's the best rated free hit team as per AI? I don't use them AI things anyhow. They're I'm not going to say they're the whole of crap. They are though. If you're using the Fantasy Football Hub, I'm definitely not going to get sponsored by Fantasy Football Hub now. But if you're using that AI thing last year, I think it was like 700k or something. So at the end of the day, it's a game of luck then as well. AI can predict these things then too, but don't be picking your team off AI. It's meant to be a fun game, fantasy. So I wouldn't be going off AI. That's my sponsorship with Fantasy Football Hub out the window now after saying that. Anyway, right, as Walter mid sell to Jimenez, I've Haaland and Thiago. Why not? If you're going for a 3-4-3, go for it. Right, don't really know what to do, and Foden is going up again. Right, Mateta. What are we saying here? Doku, right, you have Bruno, Virgil, right, so you need Mateta, Tugi, Van de Ven to O'Reilly, Doku to Foden. You can get all that. Right, grand. All good. Is Minta a sell? Yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of him this week. I'll buy you a new one, Harry. Appreciate that. A new laptop. Good stuff. Reece James, Leo. If you have him, keep him. If you don't have him, sell him. That's all it is. I did the same as you did. Good stuff. Nice. I might get rid of Minta yet. Right, we're multitasking to the max here. Is Minta a sell? It probably is. It's whether or not I go for Szoboszlai or Harry Wilson. Let's see. Niall, with fixtures, who do you think is a better short-term punt, Anderson or Vandenberg? Question probably is a Fulham or Brentford defender for more points. Prob Anderson. With that. Right, we're getting through these messages at least. Salah back too, so possibly no pens for this week. That's my team right now. Didn't do Szoboszlai. Might wait and see with him on 4 yellows, and it's a Leeds and Wolves game I want to target. I moved for Hincapie and Raul. Dubravka, Virgil, Anderson, O'Reilly, Hincapie, Bruno, Foden, Saka, Thiago, Raul. Locked on Haaland. What's the best defence for a free hit this week? Triple Arsenal if you want, but no, you want at least 2 Arsenal and Saka. Probably O'Reilly, Hincapie, Raya, and let's have a look at another defender you could go for. The fixtures don't scream clean sheets this week. Maybe Anderson of Fulham is probably the best shout for defence on a free hit. Let us know if that's alright, man. Best of luck on the free hit. As I said, you're kind of killing yourself with the free hit this week. Just with all the price changes, it's not ideal. But sure, look, we'll see how you go. Hopefully you can fix your team next week. Go for it. Anderson is a must this game. Not a must. It's just a defender outside of Arsenal. It's Arsenal defence, O'Reilly, and then Anderson is what you'll be going for. Scott Gahey to O'Reilly would leave me 1 million in the bank. So you have O'Reilly, Virgil, all good there. All good. Go for it. Right, a lot of messages to get through here. Hello FPL, what do you think about the team? Henderson, Van de Ven, Timber, Tarkowski, Foden, captain, Bruno, Saka, Bruno, another Bruno, Shrewsbury Hall, Thiago, Haaland. What changes they'll make? Yeah, let me get that then as well. What? All in the group, lad. Make sure you're in the group. Sound. Szoboszlai or Kuna as a free transfer. Maybe Szoboszlai. Why not? Hello FPL. Right, so Henderson, Van de Ven, Timber, Tarkowski, Foden, Bruno, Van de Ven to O'Reilly. Grand. Here we go. Keep going. Mateta, Thiago. What's Mbeumo's story? Is it confirmed? Still in talks. If he can play. Hopefully Bruno number 10 for Wolves. Let's see where we go. Seeing pictures there. Yeah, can someone post that FPL Errors team this week? I can't see anything before I joined. I'll have my team in before the deadline. Don't worry. Considering the Timber captaincy, FPL if you had to keep one, Semenyo or Ndai off to AFCON. Grand FPL direct Acuna starts, could be a massive differential. Any suggestions? 3 free transfers, or is it good to go? Raya, Mukulele, O'Reilly, Kanate, Bruno, Saka, Foden, Verts, Wilson. Wow, he's triple Verts. How much? All good there. Yeah, right, sound right. We're gotten through there then as well. Start Byrne or O'Reilly? O'Reilly there, surely. You have to start O'Reilly. Right, back to the YouTube now for a sec. What's the best defence for yeah, we said that. Sabasai or Cunha? Sabasai, go there. My team is Raya, Dubravka, Van Dijk, O'Reilly, Lacroix, Thiaw, Diakate, Eze, Mbuemo, and Dye, Minta, Foden, Haaland, Welbeck, Thiago. What transfers should I make? So your defence is going to be Raya, Van Dijk, O'Reilly, Lacroix, that's fine. Eze, Mbuemo, and Dye, Minta, Foden, Haaland, Welbeck, 0.7 in the bank. Get rid of Minta, get rid of Ndai. You can't get to Saka because you have Eze. So you're going to have to ignore Saka instead of ripping up your team, which isn't ideal. Ndai, Minta to Szoboszlai, Ndai to Harry Wilson. Why not just go for that? 3-5-2 then, probably Welbeck on the bench. All good there. Gary NTB, well Niall, hope all is well. I've made 4 free transfers. Sanchez to Raya, Gakpo to Szoboszlai, Van de Ven to Van Heck, Mateta to Thiago, Thoughts going, Sack with the armband, team name, Boutier, Senesi. Good man, Gary. You're the lad ahead of me, aren't you? In that one league. Good stuff. You're going well this season, so Gary. All good there. Saka for the armband, indeed. Words for me as a whole, and have about 1.4 million in the bank. Right. Raya, Mukiele, Kanate, Wilson, Foden. No need to get rid, so keep them. So rest of the team. Right. David McCarthy, unsure between him and Saka. Wary of Saka, men of Palace after Europe are ropey too. Only game they've won after Europe was Villa away when Villa were struggling. Just listening to the pod. Good man, David, if you're watching us here. Good stuff. Cole here in the Patreon. Raya, Virgil, Tarkowski, O'Reilly, Saka, Foden, Anderson, Bruno Fernandes, Isidore, Thiago. All good. 3-4-3 this week. Right, there's a good few new Patreon members this week, so I'm just going to have to send them in my team so far, just so they can see it. Not locked in yet though. Right, back to this. Start Byrne or O'Reilly? O'Reilly this week, definitely. Right, let's send this in here. Game, too many messages here on this Patreon. Right, get this sent in. Good few members this week, and they can't see my team. This is what I'm currently at. Looking at using to Sob or Wilson. We'll have it before the deadline. Right, back to this YouTube chat. I'm multitasking too much here. Tarek, what do you think of Van Dijk to O'Reilly? No, and get Raya instead of Petrovic or Dubravka. Don't get rid of Van Dijk. No, get O'Reilly somewhere else. Tarek, don't get rid of Van Dijk. You'll want it for Leeds and Wolves, and he still could do well today against Brighton. Who's the best Brentford defender? Nathan Collins or Vandenberg if you want to save a bit of money. Had to move away from Munoz as well, so transferred him to Chalobah before he dropped in price. I think he's the defender with the highest haul potential this week if Chelsea keep a clean sheet. He's a good lad for an attacking return, Chalobah then as well. He's dangerous from set pieces then as well, so why not Fenerbahce? I just wouldn't be that confident of a Chelsea clean sheet this week, that is all. But your luck, I hope it goes well for you. They've been ticking along nicely over the last couple of weeks, Chelsea defence, haven't they? Right, how we looking then? We've hit 62 likes, which is great to see. If you are watching still and this is your first time watching me, welcome to the channel, but please do consider heading on down there, click and subscribe. We've got a nice influx of subscribers since we started the stream, but if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please do consider heading on down there, click and subscribe. We're doing well this season. I'm at this YouTube crack for the last 2 years. We've been consistent every year with our ranks. It's just this is the season where I've started off very well and I'm going well. At the start of the season, normally it just goes well at the end of the season, then it's too late to grow a YouTube channel. So we're going well at this stage of the season. If you are new, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. We're putting a lot of effort into this channel, and it's honestly class to see it growing so much this season. But we're on the road to 10k subs, so if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, head on down there, please. Click subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated. Right, back to this chat here then as well. Here, Hope we aren't doing the old mistake by going against Haaland. By the way, it went against when he played Fulham away. We'll see. I'm very confident on the Saka one, maybe, which isn't ideal being very confident on it. But this is the week to go against Haaland with that Wolves fixture. Never mind the game Haaland has. Crystal Palace away isn't the easiest of fixtures. Also, fair enough, they have a few injuries, but Saka captain, Wolves at home. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Start Semenyo away versus Man United or Waltermaid away. If you're not starting them, you need to get rid of them with your 5 free transfers, Rob. Send in the rest of the team, Rob, there. Let's see. Surely you can move some funds around. Surely you can't have that much money on the bench. Would you sell Bruno G, Walt? Would you sell Bruno G, Walt to get one of Bruno or Foden? Yes, definitely. Get rid of them. Bruno Fernandes and Foden are the ones you want. Main reason for the Chalobah appeal was great rotation with other defenders and also Everton's set piece record. Yeah, both Van de Ven and Thiago Brace were against Everton from corners. Good shout there. And as I said there before I even saw that message, Chalobah has a good shout at getting some attacking returns. Owen McDonald, hey Niall, one free transfer left. Have the money for Enzo to Rice worth doing. Arteta update was a bit of nothing. Yeah, I think he'll be fine, Rice. Go for it. Sell Minta. I'm looking to sell Minta myself. Let's see where we do end up. It's either going to be Szoboszlai or Wilson. The thing about Szoboszlai, if he gets a yellow card, he's let me see who Sunderland have next week. Or Burnley. Well, I'm not going to play Esteve. I know they don't have a great fixture. Let's see if I can fit Mukalele into the team next week. He's Liverpool, hasn't he? Again, I don't know. Brighton against Sunderland. Could maybe play Mukalele. Let's see. Anyway, right. Maybe I do go Szoboszlai and take a risk. I definitely want Szoboszlai for Leeds and Wolves. It's just whether he can get to those games without picking up a yellow. The thing about that though is if he gets a yellow card against Spurs, he gets Christmas off, and he could maybe do a tactical yellow card to if he's suspended for Wolves off a stupid yellow card against Spurs, that's exactly what could happen. Let's see. And then maybe they could even bench him for Leeds, could they? Who did have after Fulham away? That's exactly what Szoboszlai could do. Either get a stupid yellow card on the 20th, then he's got Christmas off for the Wolves game. Could easily happen. Sell Gahey depends if you don't have an Arsenal if you don't have a second Arsenal defender or O'Reilly, just get rid of Gahey. So you need those players in your team for the next couple of weeks at least. Right, good stuff. We've we've 53 minutes to go until the deadline. How's this Patreon chat going then as well? Keep the questions coming here then as well. We're absolutely flying on the chat then, which is great to see. 66 likes then as well. I really do appreciate that. All good there. Right, we've got a good few messages to get back here. Let's see what we're going. It's done. Munoz O'Reilly, best replacement for Baleba, 1.4 million. Wilson, if you can't get the Szoboszlai, if you can't get to grand. Jesus Christ, a lot of messages here. Done. Would you do anything in the midfield with Sarr and Dye Semenyo? Can you afford to rise? Grand. Your ideal free hit for Game Week 16. Yeah, we were saying triple Arsenal, triple City, Bruno Fernandes, Thiago, Anderson, Wilson, and Szoboszlai. That's your free hit for this week then. There's your ideal free hit. United played poor against Wolves and scored 4. Arsenal scored 10. Exactly. If Saka gets a 10-pointer, I'll take that. But yeah, they should have been up by 3 or 4 at half time, United. And Arsenal are better at converting than United. Good to go. 2 free transfers in the bank. All good there. Nice one. Sound. Tempting to activate bench boost since has both bench boost and triple captain left, or any other preferable. Burnley at home. Best chance you'll have for a clean sheet. Go for it. Grand. Right. What else have we in the chat then? Minta to Eze. If I can afford that, go for that. Gakpo replacement. Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Foden, Anderson. You've already got Saka. Rice for a third. Arsenal. All good there. Sabasai. FPL, any transfer advice? Have 2 free transfers, 0.8 in the bank. Raya, Timber, Virgil, O'Reilly, Foden, Minta. I'm looking at Minta to Sob or Wilson. We'll decide shortly. Grand. Well, Niall, why has nobody talked about Gyökeres? He's too expensive. Niall Ella, he's too expensive for that price. Came off after 60 minutes. He had a stinker during the week then as well. Wouldn't go for Gyökeres at all. Could be a shout, but no, wouldn't go for it. Right, grand. What's the best Mooners replacement if we have O'Reilly? In Campy, all good there. Go with that, Charlotte. Right then, where else are we? Right, James Evans, sorry, Raya, Virgil, Tarkowski, Van de Ven, Esteve. Right, you 4 free transfers: Semenyo, Grealish, Bruno, Anderson, Saka, Walt to Thiago. We'll get back to the YouTube chat then as well. Do you reckon people are sleeping on Semenyo? Yeah, I think people are sleeping on him, but for good reason. Right, so your midfield is alright. Virgil, Tarkowski, Van de Ven. Then to O'Reilly. You surely don't have an Arsenal defender then. Tark to Hincampy. All good there then. Right, good stuff. Timber and Thiago already in. Any suggestions with the rest? FPL, Donnarumma, Gahey, Virgil, Timber, Enzo, Foden, Bruno, Stash, Rice, Haaland, Thiago, João Pedro. Wow, 3 free transfers. Gahey to O'Reilly. All good there, grand. Look, they're playing a lot deeper now. 3 free transfers, 0.2 in the bank. Anderson, Timber, Virgil, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Bruno, Minta. Still deciding on Minta. Minta. Replacement. Right, Soundman, Niall, Rob, appreciate that. Right, that's a good few got back to the Patreon. We'll be working through that for the next hour or so. Let's get back to the YouTube chat here then. My team is Raya, Timber, O'Reilly, Anderson, bench defender, Richards Road on sound, Bruno Fernandes, Foden, Rice, Dango, Semenyo, Haaland, Thiago, Waltemade. Start Waltemade or Semenyo, probably Waltemade. That's a United bias there though. But yeah, I'd still I missed that. Gay to Riley. So who's another defender you could go? Even Ekdal. Just Ekdal to Elsa. Ekdal to Anderson and bench Gahey this week. Right, let's keep this going. Munoz, Califury, Saka, and Anderson, Timber, Eze, Gahey. Timber, Gahey. Why get rid of Saka? Right. What is your take on Anderson and Wilson? Good short-term punts. I'm probably looking more towards Szoboszlai now, but I'm going to regret going against Wilson, I think, for the next 3. Maybe I should go for Wilson for the next 3 and then go for Szoboszlai, maybe, as a short-term punt. But short term, nothing wrong with them. I mean, Torres, if you've a plan to get rid of them after, why not? Suggestions, Niall here: Raya, O'Reilly, Munoz, Virgil, Semenyo, Ndai, Bruno, Eze, Foden, Haaland, Waltemade. Walt to Thiago. Munoz to Hincampy. Nearly need to do a stream just of Patreon members of the amount of these messages. Who's the best replacement for Ndai? Anderson, Bruno, Ndai, Foden, Saka. Sob or Wilson. Still deciding. Right then. Richie, Raya, Van de Ven, Timber, O'Reilly, Rice, Foden, Bruno G. All good there. Grant. Nice one. Sound. That's the bulk of the messages I got through at least. Right, let's get back to this stream then. 45 minutes to go until the deadline. Keep these questions coming. 3 Arsenal players for this game week. Eze, Rice, Saka, Marino, Raya or defence. 3 Arsenal players. Eze, Rice, Saka, Marino, Raya or defence. Raya, defender and Saka. There's your 3 Arsenal players. Best minter replacements excluding Foden, Fernandes and Saka. Eze, if you do it under Arsenal, just for 1 week. Eze. Right, let's get another poll going there. 252 votes of some going on the captaincy poll. Love that. Good to see that. Right, let's get another poll going. What are we saying? Minter replacement. Sob. I'm not even going to try and attempt to spell his full name. Wilson. Keep Minter. Let's see what the audience thinks. I'm leaning towards selling them. Another reason why I wouldn't want Szoboszlai is for his antics against Ireland. But I do think Salah does play. He's going to be on penalties then as well. Is that going to deter? It will deter his returns. Right. Galway United player here. What's he saying? Locked in for now. Yeah, I think you're right. I have a punt on Saka fresh for midweek. Couldn't decide between Digne or Reinders for tomorrow. I think Pep will go Reinders. Digne played the full game Wednesday. Foden gone way up, although he went down for the first few months. All these players top form. Right, Raya, Timber, Van de Ven, O'Reilly, Saka, Bruno, Mbeumo, Anderson, Reinders. Good to go. Grand. We've got Max Fosh. If you follow YouTube, he's an absolute massive YouTuber. This lad, he chats to me on Instagram a lot. You can't look past Haller for the Ironman. Very fair. The fixture for Arsenal. Just watching the United game. Very fair, right? Max Fosh, shout out to him. If you know, you know. He was even playing in the Sidemen charity game last year. It's crazy the amount of people or the kind of people you chat to, because of FPL. Another lad here, Johnny Sexton, had to keep Mbeumo. Had 5 free transfers. I had to do Welbeck to Guy to raise funds for Saka and Foden. Then change both Munoz and Delit. Donnarumma, Timber, Vandenberg, Anderson, Foden, Mbeumo, Semenyo, Gordon, Saka, Thiago, Haaland captain. Looks good. No, Saka is the only issue. Apart from that. Oh, yeah, Saka. Oh. Looks good. Even. Right, back to this shot here then. Good stuff. Right. Szoboszlai or Bruno G. I'm looking at that what all you've been looking at me like that. Fair play to you for still tuning in. Me just with me. I'm just looking at the replay here of the last 20 seconds. Me just with the head down here. Apologies to that. Right, we're back. We're trying to put the phone away now for a sec. Too many people messaging me, but I have to get back to them at some stage. Let's focus on the YouTube chat for now. Right, I'm gonna sit up elegantly here. Ben's position. What are you saying, Yash? Let us know. I need to replace Timber to bring in Foden. Give me options, please. Keep Timber. If not, downgrade to Hincamp. O'Reilly is the next best shout then as well. Chalobah, Bruno Guimaraes. What are you asking there, Pinzil? Sorry, let us know what the question is. Chalobah, Bruno G. If I'm picking one, I'm picking the attacker. Hello, thoughts on Welbeck and Barnes to Raul and Wilson free? Nothing wrong with it. Eslam, I already used 4 of my 5 transfers. Would you sell Savona to O'Reilly to keep 1 transfer for next week? Do bring in O'Reilly, get him into the team. Only joining you, might have answered, but what do you think of Rice? Rice should be fine, Sean Frayne. Good to see you, Sean, as well, man. Good to have you back. He should be fine. He was sick during the week, but he should be fine. Dior 7k 34, Diaz, Vardiol, Nunes, O'Reilly. Choose one. Is Raul a good must for this game? He's starting mid. He's not a must. Dylan Higgins, if you're watching, then another one of the lads. He's back. He cancelled his Patreon because I told him not to captain someone one week, but he's back now. He's my friend and he's all right. But I was telling him to get in Saka. He wouldn't bring in Saka, and then he finally brought in Saka now. So if Saka doesn't do well now, he'll probably cancel the Patreon then again. But he was adamant on not having Saka, and I kept telling him, I messaged him 3 or 4 times that he needed Saka, and then he changed his mind. So let's see if it works out. He won't be a happy camper if Saka blanks tonight, but we'll see. Good to have him back in the Patreon anyway. Good man, Higgins. Cheers on the season. Start Welbeck or Enzo this week. Enzo out of those. Welbeck could do well. I think it's me being a bit more biased with having Van Dijk in the team there. I think Van Dijk can do well this week, right? Just making sure the deadline is 1:30. Of course it's 1:30 with a 3 p.m. kickoff. Right, I've just one more move to make. If you're joining late, I've 3 free transfers used. Probably looking at using a 4th. Let's see where we do end up. It's probably going to be minted to one of Szoboszlai or Wilson. Let's see where we do end up on that then as well. We're nearly on, what are we looking at here? We're nearly on 70 likes. If you are watching and you're not, first off, if you're not subscribed, go down there, click subscribe on the channel. If you haven't liked the stream, go down there, give the stream a like. We're very close to 70 likes, which is great to see at this time. And we're coming into the business end of this stream now with 40 minutes still remaining, 39 minutes to be exact. Elohim, keep Senesi or replacement. I have Anderson, Chalobah, Van de Ven, Van Dijk. I'm activating my bench boost. Keep Senesi or replacement. O'Reilly's in there. Get him into your team there. Not mad on Van de Ven, but you look, get Senesi out for O'Reilly. That's all you have to do there. Right, Johnny Sexton saying on Haaland. Fair enough. I can persuade Higgins to go to Saka. I don't think I can persuade Ireland's best rugby player to move from Haaland. Fair enough. Right, who do you have on your bench? It's only Steve and Mukulele and Markey. Start O'Reilly or Elliot Anderson this week. O'Reilly out of those. Surely you can get Anderson into the team there too. That Forest game could be a nice one for Elliot Anderson to get some DEFCON. So maybe just go with but out of those, definitely O'Reilly over Anderson, definitely. Timber, Alderete, Reece James, Senesi, pick 2 for this game week. Timber and Reece James. Alderete first sub is what I'll be going for there. My team is Lamans. Lamans is an interesting one. United defence. Wow. Cash, Vandenberg, Timber, Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes, Doku, Barnes, Thiago, Welbeck, Haaland, Dubravka, Minto, Roddy, Thiago with 5 transfers. Don't know who to sell. Why are you benching O'Reilly is the first question I'm going to ask you. Bring in O'Reilly for Vandenberg. Cash, even I'd nearly start O'Reilly over Cash. Mbeumo probably could go to Bruno Fernandes if you want to do it now. Or no, sorry, you already have Bruno Fernandes. Mbeumo could nearly go to Foden, so you're losing money crazy on Foden. If Foden does it well again this week, you could be 9 million by game week 17, which is crazy. Minta to one of Szoboszlai or Wilson. I'm still deciding on that myself. And yeah, leave it at that then as well. Cold, not much to chat about my bench, not much to shout about my bench. I've got a Marquis, Esteve and Mukulele. Sean Frayne using bench boost this week with Dubravka, Welbeck, Vandenberg and Cash. What do you think? Dubravka, Welbeck, Vandenberg and Cash. What do you think? It's an okay bench boost. That's probably a 10-pointer. If Welbeck scores, fair enough. I'm probably biased, as I said, with that Van Dijk in my team. If Welbeck scores, Vandenberg, I'm not fully confident of a clean sheet against Leeds for Brentford. Leeds are going fairly well. Cash and Dubravka could be a 10-pointer really, but sure, look, it's double digits. You take that. Right, then we're nearly. I'm on Saka. We should have been up 3 or 4. Right, maybe I can persuade Johnny Sexton to go back to Saka. Very good. Use a bench, but right, we got that, Sean. Right, sound. Blake Hampton, hey mate, bring in a defender with Senesi and Timber flagged. Have Esteve and Rodon in that order on the bench. Also could switch out Elliot Anderson to Soboslai. Anyone with my last free transfer. Also could switch out Elliot Anderson to Soboslai. Maybe keep Elliot Anderson for that Spurs game. Senesi and Timber will be fine. Timber will be fine. It's just whether or not he's going to start. If he doesn't start this week, make sure you're covering your bench. Maybe that's where I have to decide on. Wow, I'm seeing. It's very close in this poll actually. Wow, 50 votes, 36% on Wilson, 34% on Soboslai, 30% keeping Minta, which is interesting. Right, 5-2-1. Where are we going to end up? What's that about? Grand. Should I sell Waltermid, the fun one of Bruno for Odin? You definitely should, yeah. Waltermid to Thiago or Waltermid to Guy, Marky, and then just use the funds then to upgrade that. All good. Thanks, Niall. Have a good weekend. You too, Jay. Don't know your first name, Jay, but you're Jay in the Patreon. Eddie, any other changes? Right, so Richards, O'Reilly, Chalaba, Virgil, Enzo. How much for an Enzo replacement? Done. Thanks, by the way, to see the bench order. Sound, Ukulele, Esteve, Guy. Would you line up like that? Surely. Raya, Virgil, O'Reilly, Tete, Tarkowski, Bruno, Saka, Anderson. Looks good, Cole. Looks good there. What do you reckon on this team? Livermore for Van de Ven. That's maybe not a shout. Stuck between them two. Could sell Van de Ven for Anderson or upgrade money. Van de Ven, Timber, O'Reilly, Rice, Foden, Bruno, Wilson, Thiago. How much for Van de Ven replacement? All good there. We'll do a steady start. He should start. Fully locked in on Saka captain. Fully locked in. Captaincy video done. Posted on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I hate, as I said, I hate doing a captaincy video. I've never done it. Only once. I've only done it once. I shouldn't have said I've never done it. I've only done it once, and that was a midweek game where I swapped from Bruno to Saka, and actually ended up scoring more than Bruno Fernandes. He got his goal. So if I post a captaincy video on Instagram, I never change. Only once though. That sounds stupid when I say it like that, but I'm sticking on Saka. That's what I'm trying to say. As I said, United should have been up 3 or 4 before half time on Monday night, so I do think Arsenal can run riot in that game. So let's see where we go. Pick Wilson or Raul for forwards. Wilson, I think, is probably a nice shout over Raul. And better value in midfielders than forwards. And Thiago and Haaland is all you need up front. Then Wilson in midfield. After replace Timber to bring in Foden, I already have a right. Is Cash a good option? Can you go Hincapie instead of Timber? Go with that if you can. Mark, I've bench boost and triple captain. Which should I play? I've still won 2 free transfers. My whole team is Raya, Dubravka, Timber. I like the way you've it formatted here. Good man, Mark. This is what I'd like to see. Raya, Dubravka, Timber, Senesi, Gehi, Anderson, Van de Ven, Saka, Semenyo, Rodgers, Enzo, Wilson, Haaland, Thiago, Waltermid. Right, so midfielders: Saka, Semenyo, Rodgers, Enzo, Wilson. You could probably. Are you going to go 3-4-3? Are you benching Enzo or are you benching Waltermid? Yeah, probably have to play Waltermid against Sunderland. Timber, Senesi, Anderson is probably what you're going for in defence. I'd roll that, to be honest with you. 3-4-3, benching Enzo or Semenyo. Maybe just Semenyo. Maybe just Semenyo. Just because I'm United. Killian Long, what is your current transfer plan? So I have 3 free transfers made already, Killian. O'Reilly in for Munoz, Thiago in for Mateta, and Ndai out for Foden. So that's what we're looking like now. Probably looking to use a Fort, taking out Minta for one of Szoboszlai or Harry Wilson. So let's see where we end up on that. Bench Senesi or Van Heck. Van Heck probably out of those. Bench one from Welbeck, Calvert-Lewin and Wilson. Calvert-Lewin. Get him out of your team, Calvert-Lewin. Shouldn't be in the team at all. I'm kind of worried now that you don't have Thiago. You're saying you've got Calvert-Lewin and Welbeck, so that means you've only got Haaland and those two. I'm assuming you need Thiago in the team. Go with that. Right, all good there. Nice one. Sound. Right, we've 31 minutes to go until the deadline. I'm going to stick this phone in charging, so bear with me 1 sec so we don't lose our battery before the deadline and have people giving out to me on the Patreon for not replying to them, which is completely valid. They're paying for a service, so nothing wrong with that. Just making sure. Callum Wilson or Raul, sorry. So back to that. Bench one from Welbeck, Calvert-Lewin and Wilson. So you've no Haaland. Wow. West Ham are playing Villa. I'd still probably would play Callum Wilson against Villa. Calvert-Lewin, bench him, yeah. But why don't you have Haaland? Blaine, why don't you have Haaland? Wow. I'm assuming it's draft, is it? Mark, let us know if you're all good there. Roll on that, and then it's either probably bench Semenyo out of those, Mark. But good man for formatting it like that. I'd love to see it. Blake, Rodon or Esteve first on bench and play either of them over Senesi. Rodon or Esteve first on bench. Esteve first on bench. Probably just play Esteve. Or sorry, probably just play Senesi. Good chance of DEFCON in that United game anyway. Bench position for now, it is Esteve. I might move Mukiele because they're playing at home, but that might be a mistake. But I just love the man. Feck it. If Timber doesn't play, or maybe it should be a bit more conservative actually, because Esteve is playing at home against Fulham for the DEFCONs. But Mukiele is a man for the DEFCONs. Let's have a look here. More chance of Mukiele getting a DEFCON. Just missed out on it last week, the week before then as well. 9-9. 9, 14, 6. Right, so maybe I do start Esteve. Just missed out on it. What are we saying here, Esteve? But he got it the last couple of weeks. 10, 18, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's going to be a close call then on the third sub. Let's see where we do end up. Thoughts on this starting 11? David Fitz, Dubravka, Nico Riley, Dan Burn, Chalobah, Anderson and Mbeumo, Bruno G, Saka, Foden, Haaland, Thiago. Haaland, Thiago, fine. Anderson and Mbeumo, Bruno G, Saka, Foden, all good. Nico Riley, Dan Burn, Chalobah, nice team there. All good to go there. City defence or Chalobah this game week? Nico Riley over Chalobah. I would go for that. Go with that. Right then, a few new subs there, really do appreciate that. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're nearly on 75 likes. If you are watching the stream as well and you haven't clicked like, go down there, give the stream a like if you haven't done so already. That'd be very much appreciated. Wide Anderson on free hit, need a third defense, need a third defender. O'Reilly, that's who your third defender is. Go with that. Interesting. Let's see, right. Don't get Szoboszlai. Yeah, I need to decide on Szoboszlai or Wilson. Let's see where we end up. Just scrolling through on Twitter here to see if there's any team news. Right. Stop skipping me, Paul Beats. Jesus Christ, I'm not skipping you. Where is the questions? They're not coming up, Paul. I'm scrolling through all of it here. I can see your comment now, but I can't see it. Send in the question, Paul. I'm definitely not skipping you. Don't worry about that. I just can't see any of your. Should be a little red logo of question, or a red logo beside your name scrolling up here, but I can't see anything. What's the? Send in the question, Paul. We'll get back to you right now. Sorry about that. I am not doing that on purpose. Any reason you're looking to sell a Minta? It was a punt last week, didn't pay off. What are the Liverpool, Sunderland, and someone else after this week? What are we? Jimenez is a penalty taker for Fulham. Who is it next week? So yeah, Sunderland and then Arsenal. So Minta probably has to go. Not ideal there. Paul, send in your question, man. Send the team on Twitter. Right, sorry. I need to look at this Twitter, so let me get it up here. Right, what are we saying? Here we go, Paul. Sorry. So Raya, Virgil, Senesi, Gehi, Mukalele. Right, you have 5 free transfers. Sarr, Mateta have to go. Mateta to Guy. Sarr to Saka. Virgil is fine. You could nearly do Senesi to O'Reilly, Sarr to Saka, Mateta to Guy, and then Ndai to Soboslai. There's your 4 free transfers. Shocking term. I apologize about that, Paul. There's your 4 transfers there. Mateta to Guy, Saka in for Sarr, Ndai to Soboslai if you can afford. If not, Wilson, and then Senesi to Riley. Let me know if you can afford that. Surely you can, Paul. No, Foden is a risk then as well. Even if you could afford Foden over Soboslai, maybe. Let me know on that. Loving the team structure. Antos S98. Loving the streams at the moment. Up to 18k for the first time. Thanks for the tips. Love that, man. Great. It's great to hear that. How is the bench looking? Esteve, Mukalele, and Guy on the bench. Maybe I'm going to move Mukalele first, so it's going to be a scrappy game. That maybe more chance of some defensive returns from Mukalele if I do need him. Yeah, I made that decision now. I'm going to leave Mukalele. Mateta to Guy of Chelsea. Let me just type it in here. Mateta to Guy. Sarr to Saka. Senesi to O'Reilly. What else did we say? I can't see your picture now. Senesi to O'Reilly. Ndai to Sob. I'll reply to you here, Paul, on Twitter, good man. To Sob. Can you afford all that? If you can get Foden over Sob, do, but I don't think you can. Right, back to this. Hope you're all good. Niall just joined. We'll just start. Senesi or Anderson. Pablo, good man, Pablo. Great to see you. Senesi or Anderson. Anderson of Fulham. Get him into the team there. All right, Paul, calm down and give others a chance. He's a member. I have to prioritise the members. So Paul, apologies about that. I wasn't ignoring you. I just didn't see the notification on Twitter. But your reply to there, Paul. Let us know if you can get all that. If not, we'll go back to the drawing board there. Arsenal predicted lineup is Raya, White, Timber, Hincapie, Lewis Skelly, Norgard, Marino, Odegaard, Martinelli, Gyökeres, Saka. Interesting. Madueke benched after his thing during the week, surely. 1 short for Ndai to Foden. Could downgrade Semenyo. Yeah, if you go Semenyo to Soboslai and Ndai to Foden, you're good to go. There's your five transfers used there. Let me know if that's all good, Paul, there. And I know you're using five transfers, but you have to sort out your team there. So all good there. We hit 75 likes, which is great to see. Thank you for that. A few new subs there. Really do appreciate that then as well. We're nearly on 8,630. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do head on down there, click subscribe. Wow, it's 10 past 1. I nearly I won't curse. Sorry, I nearly forgot to do my team there. Right, 10 past 1. Let's get my team in order. So Wilson, 36% on Wilson, 33% on Soboslai, 30% are saying to keep Minta. Need to make a decision on what to do. Is it worth going triple captain this week instead? No, I'm going to go triple captain next week. Just sold Haaland. Do not sell Haaland. Do not do that. What can I do with Minta now? O'Reilly or Reece James? O'Reilly. Go with that. Definitely go with that. Right then, what am I looking up here? Yeah, whether I do Minta or Soboslai for 0.3 short flip. Wilson, so if you can't get Soboslai, surely you can afford Wilson instead of Soboslai, and you can get Foden in for Ndai, Paul. That's what you can do, surely. Right then, what do I need to do here with my forward transfer? I'm keeping Minta because I'll just bench him in the tough games and he's great fixtures in between. Fair enough. I've not much cover on my bench, so I'm gonna have to get rid of him. So that's my thoughts on it anyway. We're so close to hitting 8,630. Just one sub off that. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, go down there, click subscribe on the channel. That'll be class going if you could hit that. Do you think Saka will play more than 70 minutes? I think he plays 70. That's what I'm gonna say. It's enough for him to score. Enough for him to score a couple in that 70 minutes. So I'm grand with that. Right, 10 past 1. Good few in the Patreon here. Need to get back to them. 1 million for an Enzo replacement. Enzo replacement for 1 million. What would you go with? Maybe just give him one more week. It's close. Michael, will I keep Harry Wilson from Fulham? Paul, that's your man. Yeah, then you can get Foden in then as well. Foden's priority, so get Wilson in for Fulham. I can afford Soboslai and Wilson, and I'm still deciding on the two. Spag ball or chicken curry? Definitely chicken curry. Thoughts on Thiago or Haaland captain? Haaland out of those. Will I move Mateta this week? I'd be downgrading Mateta to Guy and upgrading Minta. How much in the bank? Right. Is Burn to O'Reilly a good idea? Still have one free transfer after that. Go for it. Can't afford Wilson, so 4 transfers from AX here. Raya, Virgil O'Reilly, Munoz, Esteve, Anderson, Foden, Bruno Fernandes, and Dye, Thiago, Guy. Munoz to Hincapie and Indai to C up. I think I'm going to go Soboslai. Can't get Fort City, unfortunately. Right. Looks good as is. Right, 12 minutes past 1. The bat bench. Soboslai for who? For Minta. Finton, all good there. Don't triple captain Timber anyway. Finton, do not do that. Right, 18 minutes to go. Keep the questions coming in if you can. Keep the subs coming in if you can then as well. We're nearly on 80 likes, which is great to see then as well. We're one sub off hitting 8630. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, go down there, click subscribe. That'll be very much appreciated. Right. Hi there. Is this free hit team cool? Kelleher. I'll regret the spag ball over the chicken curry, is it? Saka, we're slightly worried about Saka output. Why did you go from head of Haaland versus tired Palace defence? Have you seen Wolves play? That's all I'll just say on that. Is this free hit team cool? Timber, White, Cash, Saka, Wilson. I wouldn't go for Timber on free hit just in the off chance he's rested. Gordon, Dango, Atara, Haaland, Raul, Jimenez and Thiago. How many points am I guaranteed? You're guaranteed at least 22 points. 11 by 2. There you go. Van DD. Who's VDD? Enzo Mateta to Arsenal defender. Don't know who yet. Bruno F. Guy. Which Arsenal defender the best for this week to buy? What are you asking there? Sorry. Enzo. Right. Something to Arsenal defender. Bruno Fernandes. Guy. Word it. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'd go for that. Mateta, Enzo, and who's VDD? Don't get rid of. If it's Van Dijk, don't do that. Not getting rid of Minta. Maybe I will. I think he has to go though. If it's either Szoboszlai or Harry Wilson, that's just what I need to decide on. We'll see. 5 free transfers available: Munoz, Ndai, Mateta, Reinders, Stash, Semenyo, Timber. Who to replace? 5 free transfers: Munoz to O'Reilly, Reinders out then as well. Mateta, I'm assuming if you don't have Thiago, Mateta to Thiago, Reinders to you should have Foden already. Yeah, don't get rid of Van Dijk. Keep Van Dijk. Ekatike captain, not mad on it, but sure look. Right, I just want to see where Szoboszlai played in the Champions League. Said Dominique. Said OB, right. Need to learn how to spell his name now if I'm bringing him into the team. Where was he playing? Oh, he was on the right. But does that mean he's going to move back? See, I might regret that. Dara Heskin in the chat. Good man, Dara. Did Richards, Minta, Anderson and Mateta to Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Hincapie and Obi. Chasing points with all the transfers, might as well go for it, I hope. Good man, Dara. Good to see you. Moaz, am I skipping you? Sorry, there's too much going on. Have Van Dijk, Welbeck, Gahey on the bench. Do I sub any of them in for Flag, Timber or Rice? No. Keep Timber and Rice in your team. Sorry for skipping you, man, but we got back to you. Apologies about that. Don't do those moves out. Lacroix to Lewis Skelly as 1 week punt and triple Arsenal defence. Minta, Szoboszlai, Bruno captain. Minta to Szoboszlai, Bruno captain. Nothing wrong with that. I like that. We're still 1 sub off hitting 8630. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, go down there, click subscribe. Right, I need to decide on my own transfers now. Is in case Timber is out, I've Mukalele for a sub at the moment. Right, should I use my 50 transfer to move on? No, hold Van Dijk. Don't get rid of Van Dijk. Do not do that. Thanks, mate. All good. Nice one. Right, I think I'm going to just do this Szoboszlai transfer now. I can't do all that. I've only got 2 transfers yet. When an Arsenal defender would be better than O'Reilly this week. O'Reilly better long term. O'Reilly long term. Arsenal defence will have Saliba back next week. Right. Esteban Mukalele, Muke for me. FPL thoughts: O'Reilly, Van Heck, Timber, Foden, Bruno Fernandes, Saka captain, Thiago, all go to the there. Oh, don't press that. Sound. There we go. Right. 17 minutes past. Do the still roll. Yeah, your transfer still roll after this. Thinking Minton and Dye to Rice and Szoboszlai. Or should I prioritise an Arsenal defender? Thinking Minton and Dye. Go for that. All good there. Michael, is Mateta okay for the weekend? Not ideal, to be honest. I'd want him gone. Right, sound. Foden, Bruno to buy. I think Foden is a player you have to buy. Bruno Fernandes is one you definitely need to have then as well. Which Arsenal defender is the best to buy this week? Raya. That's he's definitely starting Raya. Outside of those, maybe just Hincapie. Right, I'm probably going to make my second transfer now. Yeah, maybe do I just do this move? We're going to go for it. Do not get a yellow card now. Szoboszlai is all I'm going to say. Should have done it during the week. I've lost out in point 1. But sure, look, I know how to spell his name now. SZ. I was saying SC. Right, that's 4 free transfers done. Minta out, Szoboszlai in. Sure, look, we've someone in the 3 o'clock game then. Well, we've 2. Right then, let me just send this in. There's my bench there quickly then as well. Mukalele, Steve, all good there. Let's take a quick picture of this then as well. While I'm doing this, if you haven't subscribed, please do head on down there, click subscribe, and give the stream a like if you haven't done so already. Grand, all done. Sound. Send this to the Patreon. Grand. Grant, right, back to the stream then. 11 minutes to go. We're not skipping anyone. Let's get back here. Gahey or O'Reilly? Bro. O'Reilly. Are you buying Wilson? No, I've gone with Szoboszlai there. Just make sure you can see that alright. I might regret selling him into his right, Jovial. Or Jovial. I'm not right. Sorry, Jovial. I remember saying that now. Do I need to refresh this? So can you see all this? That's a bit of drama towards the end of the stream anyway. Free hit for Leno or Kelleher. Have Anderson already. Free hit for Leno or Kelleher. Have Anderson already. Kelleher. So Saka captain, yes, has to be Saka captain. Bench one of O'Reilly, Van Dijk or Anderson. Anderson. I'd still start O'Reilly and Van Dijk. Which keeper for free hit? Kelleher. Which Arsenal defender is the best to buy? Raya, if not Hincampie. Ben White could be a nice shout if you want to go with that. What do you think of triple captain Saka? Nothing wrong with it if you want to go with it. I'm saying it for Haaland next week. One free transfer left. Szoboszlai for Enzo. Why not go for it if you want? Pick three defenders: Timber, O'Reilly, Chalobah, Van Dijk, Gay. I'm also starting Dewsbury Hall. Timber, O'Reilly, Van Dijk is what I'd be going for there. If you couldn't afford Szoboszlai, would you go for Wilson? And is it bad to spend all 5? I'd still go for Wilson. If I couldn't get Szoboszlai, I'd go for Wilson. Yeah, Wilson would probably do better than Szoboszlai. I just want Szoboszlai for those Leeds and Wolves game is all. I'm off to do daddy stuff. Best of luck, Niall. Hope the luck continues. Appreciate that, man. Great to see you, and thank you for the support as always. Right, 9 minutes to go. Get those teams locked in if you haven't done so already. I'm on Saka captain. If you haven't watched the captaincy video, go over and watch it. I got an invite down from Galway United to do my captaincy video on the pitch there, and they actually gave me this jersey, which was very kind of them then as well. But it was a nice little captaincy video within there. I have a good one for the triple captaincy next week, all in one take then as well. I'm not going to give away too much, but I had 5 minutes at the end when I had half an hour to film that crossbar golf, and I had 5 minutes at the end to do a quick video, and it was the first take. But you can wait for that next week. Would you bring in Anderson for Szoboszlai? Would you swap Anderson for Szoboszlai? Leaves you with 0 in the bank. Thinking of keeping money in the bank to save for upgrading defenders. Just keep Anderson. He could do well on the DEFCON this week. I have 3 free transfers left. Selling Wemo for Saka now. Yeah, Reece James also unsure about hold or sell. If you have James, just hold him. If you don't have him, don't buy him. That's as easy as it goes there. Love that. We just hit 8,630. Appreciate that. Who just click subscribe. We got over the line on that. That's a lovely influx of subs since the stream started. Should I have panic if I have White and Hincampie and free hit? No, that's all good there. Go with that. All good there. I could do Mateta, or I could start KDH instead. Alderete. Do I bench Alderete? With Sri of Gahey playing there already. Send us. No. Start Kelleher, Gahey or O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Come on, Jean-Michel. I said this already. Raya, White, Anderson, Gahey. Is this a free hit? No, it's not. Saka, Bruno, Foden, Anderson, Raul, Thiago. Bench boost to leave with no free transfer. Go for it. Willow and Tara subscribe there. Boy, Dara Heskin. Appreciate that. You got us over the line. That's great to see that, Dara. Good man. Good stuff. Right. Bench Enzo, Rodon or Senesi. Out of those, Rodon. Bench Rodon. Can see a few goals in that Leeds game. Anderson, Van Dijk, Timber, O'Reilly, Gahey. Who to start? If you're only picking one, or you want 3, is it Van Dijk, Timber, O'Reilly? Go with that. 1 free transfer left. Szoboszlai for Enzo. Worded. Why not? Do it. Go for it. Michael, this is you currently. Raya, Chalobah, Alderete, Gahey, Saka, Minta, Foden, Bruno, Thiago. Minta to Sob. Gahey to O'Reilly. I think you need to down. It's tough then. Downgrading Mateta to someone though. Mateta has to go, but just keep him. Alice, what are we saying? Wilson, so go for it. Don't have enough for Sabasai. Wilson, go Wilson. Team is sent in. Haaland or Saka, higher ceiling. Saka, has to be Saka, David. Rank 70k is captain Saka would be the whole position choice. I think Saka's going to be the Wilson. If you can't afford Sabasai, go Wilson. Right. Yeah, don't do it. Right. Made 6 transfers this week. Hopefully it pays off. Wow, 6 transfers is some going. Wilson is winning on the Minter replacement. Let's see how Szoboszlai gets on today. We'll see. Let's see. It's I don't really feel the Szoboszlai pick now that I've done it. It's only probably long term thinking, looking ahead, but maybe we'll see how it gets on. That's everyone got backed in the Patreon release. I don't know how I got back to everyone there. All good there, grand. 5 minutes to go until the deadline. We've got how many people in the chat here? It's saying 81 for me on the YouTube stream here. Looking at it, we've 82. Right, we're nearly on 90 likes. If you haven't liked the stream, go down there, give the stream a like. Get your team locked in first, anyway. Get those if you haven't done it already. And Die to Rice, go with that. Bruno or Foden last minute buy. You need the 2 this week. Has to be Foden. If Foden goes well, again, he could be 9 million easily by game week 17. Come on, Rob in the chat. Green hours on the Santa list. Get them in there. What to do with Walter made? Still in my team at present. Send in the rest of the team, Jake. Need the rest of the team there. If you don't have Thiago, get Thiago in. Right, let's scroll down there a small bit so you can see all that. Grand. Sound didn't get back to me. Leonard Kelleher, Craig. I'm nearly sure I did. Apologies. Kelleher out of those. Enzo or Neto to replace Bruno. Neto. Get rid of Neto. Captain Saka is a whole position. I think he will be the highest captain player this week. Buy Bruno or Foden. You need the 2. Get Foden this week, Trez, but you definitely need Bruno Fernandes then as well. Bench Anderson or Dewsbury Hall. Start the attacker Dewsbury Hall. Bench Enzo Rodon or Senesi. Rodon out of those. Bench Anderson or Dewsbury Hall. Start Dewsbury Hall. Have 3 free transfers. Marshall. Sell Mbuemo for Saka now. Yeah, and then keep James if you have him. Right, that's pretty much everyone got back to for now. Let us know if you have anything else. 3 minutes to go. Any news on Timber? Heard he's not in the squad. Sheldon, where did you hear that out of? I don't know if that's true. Let me have a quick scroll on Twitter. Richards, Rodon or Senesi. Are you playing just one? Senesi out of those. If you're playing 2, Senesi and Richards. If you're playing 3, play them all, but no, you're not. Bruno or Foden, Trez. We're saying Foden, Trez. You're not listening. Mateta to Ekatike. Munoz to Anderson. And then Die to Szoboszlai. Go for it. Nothing wrong with that. Get it done. Nice to see Architect doing the Szoboszlai move then as well. I didn't know he was doing it. He's a good lad for right. Mateta, yeah, all good with that. Ekatike, wouldn't be captain Ekatike. Someone was asking Ekatike earlier for the Iron Man. Don't know. I wouldn't. Saka or Haaland, take your pick. My midfield is Szoboszlai, Foden, Saka, Bruno, Wilson. My attack is Thiago, Haaland, Marshall. Should I transfer Marshall out for Raul Jimenez? And if yes, who should I start? Szoboszlai, Foden, Saka, Bruno, Wilson. My attack is Thiago, Haaland, Marshall. Should I transfer Marshall out? And if no, because you've already got 5 in midfield, so don't do that. Don't do that moves. Leave that off. No. 2 minutes to go. Make sure your team's locked in. Make sure your bench order is in play then as well. I've gone with Ukulele first sub just because I like him, and I do think that's going to be a scrappy enough game. Would it been a derby, so more chance of some DEFCON for Ukulele there. That's why I'm going from Esteve. Could do alright in the defensive front at home. We'll see. Captain Thiago, Haaland, Bruno or Walter made. Haaland out of those, yeah. Get Haaland into the team there. A minute to go until the deadline. Make sure your teams are locked in. And that's going to be another deadline stream there. We're nearly on 2k likes, which is, or sorry, not 2k likes, 2k views on the stream, which is great to see then also. And yeah, that should be it. Start Cash or Anderson out of those. Dewsbury Hall or Van Dijk to start there. Playing at home, start Van Dijk. Easy. Get that done. Khalid, don't do those transfers, just roll. You've got 5 minute midfield there, you don't want to give yourself a benching headache. Captain Thiago, Haaland, Bruno or Walter made. Captain Haaland. Here we go. So is that going to be the deadline then? Good stuff, right? Anything else there? What's up? Any news on Timber? Heard he's not in the squad. I don't know where you heard that out of. I wouldn't read into that. He was training during the week, so I think he'll be fine. As I said, if I need some cover, I've got I have Ukulele on the bench. Right, there we go. That's another deadline stream out of the way. We're 2 likes off 90. If you are watching, you haven't given the stream a like, go down there, get us to 90 likes if you wouldn't mind it. We're on 89 now. Good stuff. Whoever gave us a like there. Let's try and get to 90 likes if we can. And before I go, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. Great to get 8,630 for the deadline stream there. Nice little influx of subscribers on that stream. But there we are. That's where we're lining up there. 30k overall. 4 free transfers made. We badly need a green arrow this week. 2 red arrows in a row. I was sitting at 13k. We've dropped to 30k overall. We're still in a good position though. Need a green arrow this week, and that's all going to come down to sack a captain and whether or not Timber plays. If Timber plays, I should be getting my my double Arsenal clean sheet. Let's see if there's any news on the timeline. 3 o'clock games. It is just Liverpool. Who's other 3 o'clock game? Let's see what we're looking at. Chelsea as well. Fair enough. No Chelsea players in that game. No. Just Liverpool, so Liverpool and then Arsenal. I'll be keeping a close eye on that Arsenal game. All the green arrows there, William, good man. Let's see where we go. Era Boo, mate. Appreciate that. Hamad, love that, man. And that's it. That's another deadline stream. Right, all good there. I have the 12 pubs in Sligo, or not in Sligo, sorry, 12 pubs in Galway today now, so need to get myself showered, fed, and a long day of that then as well. But I'm looking forward to watching the 3 o'clock game. Not so much looking forward to the 5:30 game. Definitely looking forward to the 8 o'clock game when hopefully we'll be seeing a Saka Hull. That's it for the week then as well. Did we get to the 90 likes? If you're about to hop off, click like, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Good to see we've hit 93 likes. That's class. Right, I'm going to throw this up on Twitter very quickly. Any other questions, do send them in. We have a triple captaincy on the horizon then as well. Looking forward to sharing that captaincy video during the week then as well. Game week 16 team locked in. What moves did we even do? Munoz to O'Reilly. Can't even remember. Oh yeah, right. Munoz to O'Reilly. Minta to Sob. Who was it then? And Die to Foden. Mateta to Thiago. Overall rank 30k. There we go. Right. Do let us know any other questions before we do hop off. Let's see if we can get some any team news in as well. We'll throw these up for the week. Era Abu. Nice one. Right, a little mini wildcard done there then as well. We're nearly on 2k views, which is class. We're about 50 views off there. Interesting to see Andy has sold Timber. He does think Timber starts, but use it as an excuse to fund Mint to the Foden. 3 transfers to get Foden in before Crystal away. It feels rubbish and it's probably bad, but hopefully I can roll. Let's see. Sure, why not? A lot of people going for Soboslai. Interesting, okay. KSI is captain and Rice. There we go. Right, no news on the timeline just yet about the Liverpool lineups, but no harm. Right, let's get these shared. Right, nothing on the timeline there, grand. Right, that's it. We're going to leave it there. So, thanks for watching. Need a green arrow, as I said. 2 red arrows in the last 2 weeks isn't ideal. It's far from ideal. So let's see if we can get a green arrow this week. If we're inside the 20-ish K, that'd be lovely. 10K green arrow. All depends on my little differentials. Szoboszlai or Riley. Probably if Timber starts in as well. Let's see how he gets on. Right, we're going to leave it there. I have to get ready for this 12 pubs. If you see us in Galway, come over and say hello. I mightn't be in a great state by 8 or 9 o'clock this evening if we're starting early, but come over and say hello to us anyway. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. Hopefully you'll get your green arrow this week. We'll see for a Game Week 17 triple captaincy team selection video during the week, and fingers crossed we can get through Game Week 16 without any injuries. Right, thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. We'll see you in the next video.